Yeah, so Rise of Harlock, episode 2. Last week, our adventuring party met each other in the dilapidated church, looking for shelter in the Nevermore Expanse. The group met and was pulled together quickly, partly for safety against the Dretch that came running out of the shadows. And when you travel the Nevermore Expanse, you always are looking for ways to stay safe. So the group is, I think, just together now for a means of staying safe. You guys made your way towards Novovasi, where you met the Sanguis guards and kind of learned a little bit firsthand about what it means to be in a city in the Nephstrad Kingdom. You went to the Howling Hound to look for a place to spend the night, staying in the more human side of the town. And even though Silas and Sylvia had a couple backward glances from some of the humans there, you're able to find a job board where you picked a job, and the job that you guys chose was to help deliver some supplies to a logging camp on the outskirts of the Brimeye Timbers. After the 5 of you got your job and you met a dwarf named Bjorn, dwarf named Bjorn, Sylvia decided to stay downstairs in the tavern that night. Being an Ashen Sanguis, he does not need to sleep or eat or drink, so he just hung back in the shadows of the inn, watching the inhabitants as the rest of you went upstairs and got probably the best sleep that you've all gotten in quite some time. Except for Yuska. Yuska likes to be outside. So we begin on the 12th of Avaneth in the Howling Hound. Lucan, Ikanik, Silas, and Yuska, you're all awoken by light that starts to come through your windows at first dawn. Sylvia, you sat inside the inn for quite some time. And around 3 to 4 in the morning, most of the patrons had left the inn. Only Harvin Wester and his hound was left. But as the first light rises, you saw a couple other inhabitants walking to the inn, and they immediately nodded to Harvin and walked into the back and began to cook, as you could smell some delicious aromas coming from the kitchen as you could see that they began. One was a draconic. She appeared to be like an orange to reddish color, appeared to be a female. She hurriedly walked by, didn't even notice your presence. And then the second was a very small gnome with braided hair who also rushed by. And you almost missed her because she was walking so close to the draconic that it almost blocked your vision, but you saw them both rush into the back. They didn't speak a word. For the most part, this Howling Hound is empty. So, what would the 5 of you like to do?
I'm gonna go wake them up if they're not already up.
Sure.
Just start banging on all the doors, telling you guys to get up. You gotta go.
Ikanik would hear the banging, push Yuska, say, "Get up, get up."
I would be up
Start
as
outside.
soon as Yusuke would be up as soon as Light would enter the room.
She would.
So the door would open up to a very angry looking bear if it's like right away.
Upon seeing that it's just Sylvia, Ikanik would sigh of relief, say, "Okay." And then she'd grab her things and head into what she would assume would be a restroom or a bathroom.
Sure.
So she'd first, if the door isn't open on her left, she would go and open this door.
Okay.
If she can. And then she would open this door. And she knows that Lucan is in the other one, so then she would open that door. She's like, "Nope." And then she'd open this door, and then go in there.
So the closest two to you, the left and the right, are both locked. That lead to the
Oh,
rooms.
good.
And then you get to Lucan's. If you didn't lock your door, she opens the door and looks
Or
at you.
she didn't open his door.
Oh, okay.
Because she knew it was there.
Well, he ended up putting the table in front of the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's
if she
right.
opened the door, it would have just like budged, not fully open, which probably would have just made her more worried.
It would have.
So you see the handle move, but it doesn't open. And then you open to a privy, a little stall the hole. That's basically all it is, and the smell that comes up is awful. But the next one is a small washroom with a small little bath. The water is cold.
She's kind of used to it.
But you're able to clean up, use the privy.
Yeah, while she's doing that, Lucan would probably already be up as well. He'd be cross-legged in the center of his bed with his book, just reading his lantern hymns. Hymns? I guess is what they're pronounced.
We had also planned to leave today as well, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
right in the morning.
Right in the morning.
Yuska will take a couple minutes to prepare his spells for the day, then swaps them out.
You got it?
Silas would wander downstairs down to the bar area.
Okay. So as Yuska is preparing, Lucan is reading about light and law. Ikanik is cleaning up. Silas, as you approach the bar, you don't find it very appetizing, being that you're a sanguis, but you can smell what you assume is some type of porridge coming from the back, and you can hear quiet chatter. Sound like they're telling jokes and having a good time doing the preparations. Arvin is cleaning the bar, and as you approach, he gives you a nod. Sleep well.
Yes. I will take a cup of blood before the day.
Can be arranged. He goes to the back. As he pulls out a goblet, he's cleaning the goblet with a rag, and he sits in front of you. Pulls out that same reddish decanter. Fills the cup in front of you. You're still leaving this morning, correct? With Vincent?
Correct.
Whenever your group is ready, just let me know, and I'll take you back to the barn and show you the supplies.
Okay.
And he continues just going about cleaning the bar.
What is it? Is it 10 copper?
5.
5? I'll leave 10 on the or 10 on the bar.
Sure. He looks over his shoulder at anyone he's cleaning, and he gives you a smile and a nod.
And I'll just sit and wait for everybody else to wander down.
You got it?
Ikanik would eventually come down with their little cape and hood pulled up.
Yeah, Lucan will probably be soon after, having moved the desk back into its right spot. He'll rush down the stairs to meet the rest.
Yuska would only take maybe about 5-10 minutes to get the spells swapped out, and he'd be done.
Okay. So the rest of you come down the stairs. You see Silas and Sylvia sitting at the bar. Silas is drinking another cup of blood. Unfortunately, as you guys are coming downstairs and you sit down, a loud thunder boom like rustles the tavern, and you hear the heavy downpour of rain.
Oh crap! It's raining again.
I guess it
Seems
didn't
like it's
need
a
to
habit
wash
of
up.
this place.
Yeah.
Well, is everybody ready to go? Or do you guys need to? I guess you guys need to eat first.
Eating
I
would
can
be
eat on the way.
preferable. I'd rather sit down and eat. It's not good for your stomach to walk while you eat.
I've never had a
That's what I've been
problem.
told. You don't really walk. You kind of.
What's that supposed to mean? I walk just fine. She'll like walk. Just walk back and forth.
Make a performance check.
Oh, great. There's my character sheet. Oh, it's -1.
That's pretty good. Ikanik starts to, like, however you want to do, like, strut around.
Her neck would like bob like a chicken. Her little feather hands on her hips. Walk to Yusuke and walk back.
It's impressive.
You are proficient in that.
That's good.
All right.
Well, the three
I
of
can
you
teach you how to walk sometime.
breakfast, and he kind of points at Yuska, Luke, and Ikanik.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tamil, 3 porridge bowls, please. Then you hear in the back, coming right up.
Nick would sit next to Sylvia. Hobble up onto the stool.
Well, hello there, little bird.
Yuska will just hang out on the side, just looking very uneasy.
Well, I am little, but I'm not really a bird. My name's Ikanik. I think I told you that.
You did.
Okay.
As you guys are talking,
Yeah, Lucan.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Lucan would have left a spot for Yuska to sit next to Ikanik, and then feel really weird about the fact that he didn't.
Where's his face?
3 bowls of porridge are laid in front of the 3 of you. It smells better than it did the night before. Like, this meal seems to be better prepared. She has an apron on, and she looks to be the part. She gives you guys a smile and a nod, and she walks back into the kitchen. Then you can hear some chopping coming from the room as the door closes behind her.
Ooh. Hey, Harvin.
Yes.
How much staff do you have?
Oh, just the 2. Tamil has been
Oh.
here for quite some time. And we just hired on Ula, but Ula is more concerned with taking care of the livestock in the barns. She helps out when needed.
Oh. Okay. Just need her porridge.
Well, what do you think?
I've never had porridge before. It's pretty good. I don't really like the soupiness of it, but it's okay.
She takes her preparations extremely seriously.
Yeah. Sure.
Then as you look over her shoulder, you see Tamil kind of open the door slightly, and she's looking to see if you guys enjoy it. She kind of looks around. She closes the door really slow.
Sylvia,
Yeah.
did you stay up the whole night again?
Yeah, I don't sleep.
Oh, well, you could sleep tonight. I can stay up a little bit.
No, I just straight up just don't need sleep. But thank you for the offer.
So you don't dream, you don't snore.
Nope, none of that. I don't even eat.
Oh, wow.
Saves a lot of money though.
I just find food outside, but you're right. I don't think I cannot eat.
You get used to it, I suppose.
We're almost the same color.
Yeah,
She like
pretty-
holds up her like feathers.
I hold up my arm next to hers.
Just imagine a really cracked gray skin. Okay. Do you want to try some of my porridge?
I'm okay. Thank you though. You need to eat. You need to eat up.
Well, it's kind of a lot.
I'm sure Yuska or Lucan would like some if you're not gonna eat it all.
No, it's okay. Just eat.
Whenever
Are you
you
guys all done?
Already.
After you guys finish, Harvin takes you around back out of the inn, leads to a good-sized barn. There's a couple chickens walking around. They've been cooped up in a pen. There's a couple goats. You can see a bucket where they milk the goats and a little stool. And then you see the ox, Vincent. It's a big ox. Looks to be well taken care of. Strapping. It's already strapped to the cart. The cart's big enough to hold all 5 of you. 2 people can ride in the front of the cart and hold the reins of Vincent, and then 3 of you can sit in the back with the 2 large wooden crates full of the supplies.
I'll sit in the back.
Ikanik would hold her little feather hands out for the reins.
I don't know if driving the cart is for you, little one.
I am very good with animals. Ask Yuska. We've been in many problems before, and I handled it very well.
Yusuke will just smile and just nod. Still looking very uneasy the longer we stay here.
Controlling a wagon's a little bit different than just a normal animal on its own. I'd suggest you let one of us do it.
I think Vincent likes me more than you guys sometimes, but if you insist,
You only just met him.
and I can tell, I'm very good with animals.
His tail flips up and smacks a fly.
Ride on his back.
Silas would jump up in the front and take the reins.
Okay. Do you want to be in front by yourself, or does anyone else want to sit up there with him?
Unique will be in front.
We're in a wagon.
Yeah.
How big is the ox compared to Yusuke?
I'll show you.
Ooh.
It's pretty big.
A lot
Not used
big.
to it.
It's a ritual.
Slash has attacked the ox.
Stop.
So he shows you a road on how to escape, or how to get out of the city, and I'm gonna
How to
how
escape.
to escape the city. So from the Howling Hound, he tells you to take the north road, and it's about a 2 days trek towards the Brimeye Timberwoods from here. Mainly by road, but the road will veer off from the main cobblestone road that leads to Lamas to a little side road that'll go to the logging camp. The logging camp is also adjacent to a small pond that travels downstream for quite a ways towards the Raven's Roost Mountains. And the loggers use this to send logs towards Novovasi from the forest. He says, as long as you follow the road with the river, you'll be able to eventually find your way there. But it is a 2 days journey.
Should we write that down and have to remember, or do our characters automatically remember?
No,
the
you're
way?
fine. You got it.
Alright, cool.
So who wants to hold the reins and make an animal handling check?
Rains down in Africa.
Down in Africa. To control Vincent. Silas?
I mean, I'm not awful at it, but if Silas wants to do
You
it,
can
I'll
make us a
let him.
+5.
Dang. Okay.
She should have been in the front.
She is in front. She asked
Oh,
for
God.
the reins, and everyone's like, no, little birdie, calm down.
Go for it.
I don't think anyone would hand her the reins, though.
You get
DM
advantage.
question.
Yeah.
Because I'm a noob caster, for ritual casting, is that 10 minutes per spell level? Like, how does ritual casting work?
10 minutes for the spell. Then you
10
cast the
minutes
spell.
for
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Silas versus Ekanik for the reins.
Whoever wants to roll gets advantage for having the other one up front with them.
Well, I think Silas wouldn't give her the reins, so you would be the one rolling.
I like to imagine it's Silas, but Ekanik's doing like all the heavy talking and telling him what to do.
You got it.
That's
Just give me a animal handling check.
And is Ekanik, are you Ekanik, are you trying to hold the reins and all that?
She would like put her hands on it, like a little bit over Silas's hands,
Yeah.
but she wouldn't hold it as much. She would just be talking a lot.
Kinda
While
like
they're up there,
sculpting.
Yusuke will lean back and just tell Ekanik, let me know if he gives you any trouble.
The ox or Silas?
Either.
Okay.
So it's 11. Easy little tap. The cart rears for a bit. And you have to hold onto the cart, the guys that are sitting on the back just to steady yourself, but then the cart lurches forward. Do you want to go
That was a little
north?
rough.
You want to go north this way? Or you want to go north this way? Which way would you like to take them? Because you're going to
First way.
going this way?
Unless anybody has objections to that.
Is Sylvia doing or Silas? Oh. Do you guys both know the city?
You're
no.
muted, Gauss.
You're still muted.
You're still muted.
Sorry?
Damn it!
No,
Gauss is
Silas.
muted. There you go.
Okay. Go through the more human part of town, just to avoid.
So as you go north, staying on the human side, and as you stay along this river, it's more of the same. You see people that they see a sanguis holding the reins, and the humans kind of part, almost like Moses, and they get out of the way, and they make sure they stay away from you as you travel. A couple guards walk by, and they see Silas, and they give you a nod of respect, partly from your origin and partly from your armor. You pass the shadow of the keep, and as you do, you can see a window open as you pass since it's morning, and the rain has slowly fell down to a drizzle. But you can see the face in the window of William Ferrand. I'm gonna pop his hand out again.
How far away is that?
There.
I'm gonna shoot him.
I might, depending on how far away it is.
Please don't.
It's pretty good ways. He's really high up on the hill, so it puts you at about 1,500 feet or so away from him.
Yeah, no, that's pretty far.
So
you-
he can't make us out either.
Nah, so the window's open. It's like shutter windows, and you can see him yelling down at whatever is below him. And he's very animated with his hands, and he's yelling at whatever is down there. But it's hard to make out what he's saying. But as you continue on, when you get to this crossroad, when you look towards 17, you can see it's another inn. This one looks to be more port, like sailor-based inn. And there's a picture of a fish that hangs on the front, but it's hard to make out what it says. But the big thing is, as you cross the bridge and you get close to number 2 on the map, it's a human market. And what that means is there are large, almost like galleys, like stages, wooden stages, and there are humans in rags, their hands tied behind their back, and they're standing there, and sanguis are walking by them and looking up at them. Too skinny. Not strong enough. It's almost like they're buying slaves or food at a market. And the sanguis are just looking at these humans that are in the circle of the stage. And there's dozens of guards that are around this, kind of protecting it. And you can see humans on the other side of the bridge are looking over. Maybe because their family members have been put there, or maybe because they just find the process disgusting. But you walk past this market of sanguis buying human meat to feast upon. But the ox continues. You pass barracks at number 1, and you pass
While we're
stables.
Going through town as well, Yuska's going to be looking for any signs of like other druids, maybe like a druid circle of some sort.
Okay.
Not to like stop and ask, but just seeing if he can make out any signs that one exists.
So unfortunately, on this part of town, there's not. You're mainly going through. When you get to this part of the town, it's like the high-ranking, very well-made houses, very well-made Gothic brick houses on this cobblestone road. A lot of military barracks, a lot of stables. The stables hold not riding horses, but they hold spectral steeds. And the steeds are like this ghastly blue. And as you walk past them, they don't neigh. They just give out this almost like ghostly shriek instead of a neigh. And Silas, you would recognize these as your mount when you hit level 3. So as you keep going through,
Ooh.
these ghastly steeds are behind the stables, being cared for. Then you get to the gate, and as you pass the gate, 2 sanguis, heavily armored and plate armor on each side, see Silas, and they give you another nod. And then you guys are out onto the open road.
On the road again.
Just thinking that.
This place feels so unnatural.
Hey, Silas.
Yes.
What were they doing in the market? Why were there humans tied up?
In this area, humans are more of a commodity than a human.
Why?
They are required for the sustenance and care of the Sangus.
So they're food.
Sometimes.
I don't think that's very good. But everyone does have to eat. Except for Sylvia.
True. Sylvia used to eat.
Don't pull so hard on the reins.
Hey, Sylvia. How many
Yes.
humans are in the Nevermore Expanse?
To give it a number, I honestly have no idea. Definitely more sanguis than human, though.
But if there's more Sanguis than humans, how have you not run out of humans? As much as I hate it.
Well, from my understanding, let them breed as much as they want.
I don't know how I feel about you talking about my people like they're animals, but
We also get other humans imported from slavers outside of this area.
what's your take on that? Obviously, I'm assuming you're at least somewhat against it, taking a look at your appearance, but
At one point, I was all for it, but I grew tasteless, I suppose.
does human blood really have a taste like that? Doesn't it just taste like copper?
Yeah, pretty much just like copper.
Off. I suppose it wouldn't be very good Sanguis by the sounds of it.
No. You have too much hope for humans.
I will take that as a compliment more than anything else. And you have no hope for us? You don't think that we'll be able to fix this land? Bring it back to its rightful place?
Not no hope, but from what I've seen in my travels, very little hope. That's
Just
why
give us
I'm
some
here.
time. Well, I suppose I'll appreciate that, for now at least.
You'll thank me later. You'll understand why later as well.
Fair enough.
Are the Sanguis? Oh.
You and Silas will not be buying any humans to feast upon.
Well, I don't eat, so I have no need. Silas, I can't speak for.
I was more so speaking politely. Silas will not be buying any humans.
You'd have to ask him that.
Perhaps I might then. I don't feel comfortable with that. I barely feel comfortable enough where I am now.
I mean, he could always eat you if you let him.
Nope, I've already asked him. He said no. I'm just hoping he
Love
keeps
it.
up on his promise.
That's okay. I don't think he'll eat you. He'd be dead already if he was going to.
Thank you for the confidence. That makes me feel good. I suppose. This is a weird topic.
I would imagine so.
As you guys get farther away from Novabasi, as you look back, you can see ravens roost some of the top of the mountains behind you. It's a far more pleasant sight than the direction that you're going. As you get deeper into this Nevermore Expanse going in this direction, the mist is heavier. The grass almost goes from like a healthy green to it's almost like a darker greenish black. And you can see the tips of the roots of the grass. They don't sway like normal grass in the wind. They sit frozen. Outta Wolf, thank you for the follow.
Oh, woof woof.
So on this journey, since Silas and Ikanik are in the front, one of you would like to kind of keep watch for the front, see what you come across, and then whoever wants to watch from the back.
She's watching Vincent.
Okay. So Silas, give me perception. The road for the most part here, it's a very flat cobblestone road, but eventually about 2 hours in you come to the crossroad. You can see the cobblestone goes north, the crossroad turns into a dirt path and goes east. With the 15, you can see coming from the cobblestone road as another cart. This cart looks more like a carriage. It's still 300-400 feet away from you guys, going at a very slow pace. But you guys are at the crossroads, so you begin to take the ox towards the dirt road. As you do, let's roll. Okay.
Oh, scary DM rolls.
Your day's journey is pretty uneventful. Night begins to fall. Where you guys are, there's not much tree cover, but a little bit. There's no buildings, no type of settlements or anything that would provide cover. But if you'd like to stop and rest for the night, you can, or you can push through, take exhaustion, try to get there quicker.
How does Vincent look?
He seems a little tired, but he's a trooper.
Okay. She would let Silas know.
Well, even though we are in the open, two of us can see in the dark on anything approaching.
Don't
Is
we
it
all
just
have dark
that?
vision?
Do we all have dark
Not the
vision?
human.
Except for human.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
have
could have
dark
just human. Human.
I
Yeah.
can see things.
So four of us can see in the dark. So, as it being open, we would be able to cover anything coming towards.
It is just a valley. There's like
Yeah,
no.
just a valley. There's a couple trees, but for the most part, this is like an open land.
Okay. Well, I think we should take a rest for Vincent's sake, because he's doing all the hard work.
Works for me.
So at the campsite, even though it has trees. There's a couple trees, but not that many. But you light the fire.
Quickly becoming my favorite map.
Charm the ox. Cast Awakening on the ox.
I'm saving speak with animals just in case we need to talk. Give him a little bit of encouragement.
Ikanik would head out, just around camp, a little bit outside of camp, to try to find some food, for some food.
Actually, while we're camping, Yuska will ritually cast Speak with Animals and thank Vincent.
Sure. So you
And ask him if his name is actually Vincent or if he prefers something else.
Okay. You can give me a survival, and when you cast Speak to Animals on Vincent, you walk over and you touch his head, and as you do, kind of leans into it and like lets you scratch his head a little bit, scratch his ear.
Oof.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for all your hard work today.
I learned if I work, I get fed.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be like in these civilized places, I guess. I'll give him a ration.
I see. He eats it happily. And, my name is Vincent. They asked me my name when they first got me. Kind folk, what is your name?
Oh, he's so nice.
Most call me the Dreamwalker.
Dreamwalker, are you oxen too? Thanks for the follow slash.
He followed just because he fed the ox.
No, friend. I am not an ox. I am an Ursus.
You
I
look
think
like an
we're
ox.
related to bears. I don't know. Interesting.
Is a bear an ox?
No, they're a little bit about your size.
About this time, Ikanik comes back with a little bit of berries, and
I don't pick bears.
okay, then you would have found with a 9. You could get a small rodent if you want to get a rat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
she comes back with a little rodent. It looks kind of like a rat, but it looks kind of like a squirrel. Almost like they've been fused together in a strange way. One of its legs is much larger than the other leg.
It's a scrat.
It has an arrow through its neck where she shot it.
It would be a hole by now. The arrow
Vince-
would have been taken back.
Vincent looks at the rat. Is that an
Hi,
ox?
Vincent. She just walk.
Hey, Robert, thanks for follow.
Yeah.
She would begin cooking. Well, she would first deskin the said rat and then put it on a spike, which would be one of her broken arrows. And then she just cook it over the fire. Does anyone need food? Lucan, do you need any food?
I wouldn't mind some food as long as it's not whatever that thing is. Doesn't look all that healthy.
Oh no, that's mine. You can have this. And she casts good berry. She gives him a good berry.
Nice.
Oh, that porridge was not
Very
enough.
good berry.
She'll give you 2. And then she's like, "You sir,
Thank
do
you,
you want a
little buddy."
berry?
I will gladly take a berry.
Does Vincent want a berry?"
He doesn't understand you. But he's looking
Oh
at the
no,
berries.
she's asking Yuska.
He's looking at it.
Would you like a berry?
Yes, I work today. Where's my meal?
Okay.
I love him.
Yusuke will take a berry and give it to the Vincent.
Well,
He-
Vincent gets 2 berries, and Yuska gets 2 berries.
He like puts his slobbery mouth on your hand as he licks the berry up.
I give him another pat on the head.
And she's cooking her little scrat.
So as you guys lay down for the night, is there anything else you want to do? If not, assuming Sylvia's the watch again.
Yep. I just assume I'm always the watch.
Before we really do anything, Yusuke will take Ikanik aside and go over some druidy things, some ritual casts, and start teaching her a little bit of Sylvan.
It's not a good lesson. But she does her best.
As you guys look over, you see Yusuke going, Vasvalvoon. And she mispronounces it when she says it back to him.
Ungavas?
Yusuke's used to it. He tries. He tries anyway.
So as you all lay down for the night, Sylvia, give me 2
And,
perception rolls.
I'll also make a failed attempt at communing, or
What a jerk.
my usual ritual.
Ooh, the 1.
It's not natural.
Technically, it was a 2. I just have -1 in perception.
This is gonna get interesting.
You're our overnight complete only person watching us.
Yep.
This is gonna be a good game.
No, Yusuke would like to do at least one watch.
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to watch with me.
Give me a
No,
perception,
I wanted to
Yusuke.
do it, man. Lucan's gonna
He's
sleep.
asleep.
I was gonna say, all the 3 of us.
Oh god, that's what I'm good at too.
You rolled a 2 as well.
I mean, comparatively, it's significantly better, but fuck.
So tonight is the beginning of a new moon. But with a 1 and a 7, not much sticks out for you, and you're in the plain, so you feel somewhat relatively safe.
Said no one ever.
A couple crows fly overhead. You can hear them kind of land on the side and they start to pick at the ground, but the first couple hours of the night, it's uneventful. Silas, Luke, and Ikanik are sleeping. Yusuke, you, for the second half of the night, you lay down to sleep. And as you sleep, Yuska, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Yuska?
Yep.
Oh, double
Get him out now. Gotta get him out now.
Double ones!
Oh, fuck.
It was meant to be. Dead.
So Yuska, the Dreamwalker, as you dream, as you normally do, your mind enters the trance and you walk with the subconscious of Almadoon. But however, it's weird this time. And as you sleep, what was normally the comforting trance is instead it feels hollow and cold. And then it's almost like you're looking down on your body, and around your body you see these small little twigs and these little vines kind of reach up out of the ground. And these vines have thorns on the sides and they wrap around your leg. And you can feel the pricks. Sylvia, you see Yuska sleeping, just kind of bat at his leg. The vines tighten around your ankles. Then you wake up in a cold sweat and you sit up. Sylvia, you see Yuska sit up with a wild look in his eyes.
Are you okay there? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a bad dream.
If you're sure. If there's anything wrong, just let me know. I can help. I got nothing better to do.
And I'll attempt to go back to sleep.
You lay down, you stretch out your leg, and as you stretch out your leg, you kick a thorny vine. Just a little, about an inch out of the ground. Sylvia, give me a second perception check for the rest of the night.
Well, would Yuska have woken anybody up at
Well,
the
that's
time?
better.
Oh, no, he wasn't loud. He just kind of sat up.
No,
quietly.
no, like if we were gonna do shifts.
You can, if you want someone else to watch with Saya or Sylvia.
Yeah, nobody.
I was planning on waking up and after that.
Okay. When you wake up, Silas, give me a perception. Giant 2, thank you for the follow. I just realized my alert box was turned off. Sorry, guys. It'll look like this. I'll do it again. Happy New Year.
There you go.
So, you guys feel a little more perceptive now as you're used to doing this together. And with the night and the new moon, a couple of these glowing translucent mushrooms have sprouted about 50 feet away from camp. And you can see the shine. It's like a whitish, bluish, fluorescent shine. You can make out maybe 3 or 4, about the size of your fist.
Do we know if they're mushrooms, or do we just see the light?
You can see the light and a little bit of the outline. If you want to try to spot them from here, you can make a nature check, see if you might know what they are.
Ah, sure, why not?
Yeah. that one.
So with the 1, Silas, you're like, that's not a mushroom. That might be a will-o-wisp. That's weird. But it's not moving. With an 8, it's definitely a mushroom, Sylvia, but you're not sure what kind of mushroom it is.
Okay.
But it's not hurting anybody. It
I just
just
wanted to be
popped
sure.
up. Yeah.
That it wasn't like it might be.
But for the rest of the night, it's a pretty uneventful night. First light comes down. The 3 of you that are asleep, Luca, Ikanik, and Yuska, you wake up. Silas and Sylvia are sitting around the fire as it starts to die.
Are the mushrooms still there?
When the sun starts to rise, the mushrooms close and they kind of recede.
Okay.
Lucan's gonna like casually check himself for like any like bite marks in case he's been bitten by a sanguis in the night. But he's gonna try and play it off like he's just scratching as he like checks open like visible skin.
Do you want to do like a sleight of hand or like a deception? Or do you want to just kind of...
Yeah, I think he'd give that a try.
Eek would want to see this.
With a 5, he's rubbing his neck, kind of trying to nonchalant do it, but you can see him rubbing.
She doesn't say anything.
I'll pretend to not notice.
You're not who I'm worried about.
How far out from our destination are we?
So now you're
day.
about a day.
Day.
Gotta listen, fucker. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm prepping my spells! Oh, my little buddy is so rude.
And for those that are
Not canon.
used to this area, kind of see the travel you're taking here.
Lowly rollers, I can agree. Thanks, Rizzo. Because I'm a ranger, we technically don't suffer from rough terrain when traveling.
Yeah, you won't get lost either. You guys are good.
Hell, yeah, and nobody listens to her. If nobody listens to Eek, I say we get lost.
As we walk to the cart, Silas opens one vial of blood, looks at Lucan, and just swallows it. After he
Lucan
sees
kind
him
of like
checking his neck.
you can see that Lucan's doing like that. He wants to keep eye contact to show that he's not afraid, but he also kind of like shifts his eye slightly to like the side because he doesn't really want to look at you directly in the face. And then quickly just gets onto the back of the wagon.
Eek would try to take the reins first.
Make an insight check, Silas.
Well,
Is it still raining outside?
No, luckily it stopped since you guys left for the beginning there. There's still a heavy fog, as there always is, but no rain.
who's making the insight check?
You.
Me?
Yeah. Just to see if you noticed. Yeah, you noticed the eye shift.
Yeah,
feel-
Eek would take the reins.
You feel intimidating. He jumps up, grabs the reins.
Yep.
Vincent is very susceptible now to you all, partly from the day's journey, partly from Yuska. So he doesn't even need
Vincent.
no animal handling check. You just and he just starts to walk off, and you can see a little pep in his step as he's walking.
Let's make this a good day. It's adorable. So cute.
If there's nothing you guys would like to talk about, we can jump ahead to when you get to the outskirts of the logging camp.
I'm down for jumping ahead.
Yeah, don't have to talk it every single
Yeah, I
time.
don't think there's anything to discuss right
I think
now.
there'd just be like
But-
minor conversations.
Silas is still chuckling to himself about Lucan.
Oh no, there is something. Now that you remind me, Silas. So, is Silas still sitting next to her?
Mhm.
Okay. She would look at Silas, and look away. And look at Silas. Look away.
It's very noticeable.
She'd only do it maybe like 3 times. And if nothing comes of it, that's it.
So another night of sleep. Then you guys head out in the morning the next day. As you head out in the morning the next day, it only takes you about 2 hours or so to get to the loggers' camp.
The only thing about the following night is Yuska would not attempt to do the same communing ritual that he does.
Makes sense. Gotcha. Right. So as you all approach this logging camp, it's a little bit of a big map, but
There's just straight up nobody here.
the logging camp spreads along this the south shore of the river, and you can see the river. There are a dozen tents arranged on the sandy beach, but the beach sand isn't white. It's more of a grayish, almost beige color. A dock stands in a wooden cabin with logs stacked under the awning to your north, which is over here. Older cabins close by look to have been torn down, and all that you can see are the remains of the chimneys. So when you see anything like this here, these over here, those are old cabins that have been destroyed, and only the stone chimneys remain. But you can still see the outlines in the grass where they were taken down. A grim silence hangs over this camp, and you see no one around.
Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
Yeah, Yuska is definitely going to survey the area.
Oh my fucking god, what? What are these twos?
Can I assist or?
Sure. If you want to assist with the 17, give her advantage. So
I can
you're,
be on his shoulders. No, I can't because I'm steering.
the log cabin up here seems to be pretty well made, although windows are closed and you can't see inside. The tents, from your vantage point here with the 17, the ones closest to you look to be in somewhat good shape. The ones farther away, some of them they're not collapsed, but you can see they've been like ripped apart a little bit, and they're kind of swaying to the left and to the right. But it's hard to make out if it's tear marks or just poorly constructed from here. The ocean or the river seems quiet. There's no boats, no ferries, no logs are going down the river. And then maybe 200 feet to your east, you can see the Brimeye Timbers, the edge of the forest line. It's a dark, forbidding forest. The trees are very close together. There's a mist on the tops of these pines that makes it hard to see very deep into the forest from here. But no sounds are heard. Not even the cawing of crows or flapping of wings.
Unique would stop Vincent. She'd be like, whoa. And she'd shove the reins over to Silas. Here, take this. She'd hobble off the cart. And she would look on the ground for any irregular marks, like maybe drag marks or scuffles or broken branches or weird grass marks.
Sure. So in the immediate area, looks fairly good for the most part. You can see some tracks that have came in, but nothing that leads out.
Well, it seems fine. But this isn't natural.
Do you tell us that?
Yes, she says that.
Okay. When she does that, I'm gonna pull out my bow and move all the way over here and kind of like hide myself.
Sure. So these
What you
lips,
doing?
these lips are about 10 feet up, so they're easy to duck behind.
Yuska will just walk up. Just keep looking around.
So as you walk in, you get a little bit closer. You can see in the center here, the remains of the cabin, the collapsed chimney. You can see a couple carts. The wood here looks to have been freshly cut and placed. You can still smell like the cutting of the wood and the sawdust.
Sylvia, I think you're being a little bit over eager here. It's a camp. They might just be out chopping trees. I don't think you need to be this defensive. I mean, the Nevermore Expanse is always dreary. This just might be how this area is.
There's humans that work here. It's never safe.
I don't know where you're from, little man, but every group of people that I've encountered have always had people at their camp.
They might just be inside the building up there.
They might. And
Also,
they are.
I think Harvin was an elf. So is...
Oh yeah, he was enough.
Yeah, so I don't think they're all humans here. Maybe there's some dwarves too.
An elf.
Do you guys eat dwarves?
Just laughs.
You just get a smile and a laugh.
Well, as much as I said this place doesn't seem dangerous, I still don't think this is the place to talk about eating other people. Let us just find someone to drop off these goods and head back.
Do we just drop off the goods to nobody? I think we have to find Tibor.
I'd like to make a stealth check to go over here and look in the window.
Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
Yusuke's just gonna walk up to the door. Wherever the door is.
Okay.
I sort of just imagine like Sylvia being super paranoid, and we're just all watching her from afar in the open.
So Yusuke just kind of walks into the camp, walks to the front door. The door is here to this front. All these smaller. This is a window here. There's a couple windows here. The windows are closed and barred with like wooden shutters from the inside.
Yeah, Lucan's just like standing on like the top where the hill starts to go up, and he's just like watching the two, like watching Sylvia be overly cautious right now.
That
You
is
got
the
it?
top of the
His
hill.
book in one hand.
Ikenik would be with you.
Silas, you want to save the cart?
I was gonna say, could we have, well, I know not on the map, but could the cart kind of go to the crossroad area here? Like where the, yeah. And have the cart kind of stay there?
So where is the door in this building?
Right
Right.
here.
Right in front of you.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was like another
Careful.
window.
Knock first.
I would kind of wander over by this cart here.
And I'll have my staff just in front of me like it's a walking stick.
Sure. As you walk up to the front door, the wooden cabin, you can see logging equipment is kind of scattered to the north by some of the logs. A couple large blades and saws. The door is a natural wooden door. It's a little smaller than you are, so you have to kind of squeeze a little bit to get in. It's cut mainly for a 6-foot human, but there's a latch on the door with no lock.
I'll knock on it.
Silence.
Am I able to peek through this window and I didn't see anything? Or it's just completely covered?
It's completely covered. You might be able to reach in and kind of push it, but it might make a sound, it might not. It might be latched on the other side.
Can I open the door?
Okay. You reach in, open the door. The door opens into a large room. There's a fireplace on the west.
That looks disconcerting.
The biggest thing that you see, though, is besides some seating and a table that has been strewn to the side, is a large 10 by 10 foot hole has been dug up from the ground. And you can't see into the hole from this vantage point, but the hole takes up much of the room, and there's fresh dirt and mud that has been thrown against the walls. There's also a door to the north
Like
that is
dug
closed.
in, like dug into the room, not
Like
dug.
Yeah, like something exploded up into the room.
Does it look like there was anybody else in here? Like there was a struggle, something happened?
Give me an investigation.
It's about what I expected.
You kind of
Seeing,
Last week?
go ahead.
sorry, seeing him go in there, I'm gonna switch to my daggers and follow him in.
Sure. Let's both go ahead. I'll give you a 19 because they're both looking. There are drag marks that look to be something maybe 100, 120, 130, 140 pounds has been pulled into this large hole. The door to the north is closed, but it's been like pushed in a bit, like something rammed into it and kind of dented it.
Go tell the others. I'll check this door.
Okay. I kind of just run out and tell them what's going on.
Okay.
I will go check this door.
You touch the handle and you try to open it, and you put your weight onto it, but there's something blocking it from the other side.
I will knock on the door and see if... Well, actually, I will listen to see if there's anything on the other side.
Give me a perception. You put your ear to the door and
He's-
listen. You can hear the running water outside. You can hear Vincent making oxen sounds. I don't know what oxen sounds make. Moo. You can hear your friends outside, but nothing behind the door.
Boo.
I will just ask. Let's see. Just wait. No. Yeah, nothing that would. So I'll just say in common. Anybody in there? Anybody need help?
Behind the door, you hear, hello? Is it safe?
What happened here? Well, there's nothing but a giant hole in here with me.
You hear the loud, like, rustling of the door. And the door opens inward, and you can see that there's a lot of refuse piled in front of the door to block it. You see a human man he has a brown beard. He's wearing some furs, and he has a mace that he's holding in his hand. He's shaking a bit.
What happened here?
Are you a rescue party? We can't stay here.
We just came to deliver some stuff, but
It exploded from the ground, and it attacked at night, and it just came out, and it grabbed him, and it pulled him into the hole, and it was terrible. I ran inside and closed the door, and I've been in here for 2 days.
Has it returned?
I don't know. I haven't made a sound. I've been standing on top of a desk so I wouldn't have my feet on the ground.
What did it look like?
It was 15 feet tall, pincers for mouths, had a hard carapace, looked like a beetle. But when it grabbed onto his legs, this green poison, it drug him in, and his screams are so loud, and then they just cut quiet as soon as he was in the tunnel. Did my brother send you?
Harvin?
Yes, we need to get out of here now.
Yes, he was the one who sent us. Who was your friend?
There was many of us. They were pulled into the tunnels, and I don't know. As soon as I saw him explode from the ground, I haven't left this room.
Would I know from traveling, like, roughly what he's describing to me?
Make a nature check. 19?
Nice, one decent roll.
It's the only one we're getting tonight.
It sounds like he's describing an onkeg, which are these 10-foot bug-like creatures that burrow underground and explode and grab people by their ankles and pull them inward. They've been known to, once they pull you into their holes, they collapse the tunnel behind them to prevent escape and any pursuers. The green toxic ooze gives you pause, though. That's a little different.
I will go take a look at the hole as it collapsed.
It goes down about 6 feet, and then it kind of, like, it goes straight down, and then it kind of levels out a bit to like a slant. When you get to the slant, it's collapsed. Silas, make a perception check for me. Unfortunately, you don't pass, and as you're standing there, Silas, Ikanik and Lucan look over to the side, and this massive bug-like creature explodes out of the ground next to Silas.
That thing's ugly.
It's almost 15 feet tall. This is a little bit bigger. 15 feet tall, hard carapace. Its mandibles slashing, and it explodes outwards, and it's going to make an attack on you, a surprise. And then we'll roll initiative. So on Silas, 23.
He's gone.
11. Or 15. So you take 7 slashing and 1 acid as this thing explodes out of the ground at you. and 2 claws rise up, and the first one scratches you across the back. The second one, you spin and you parry it with your sword. Welcome to your guys' first boss fight, roll initiative.
Oh,
God.
oh no.
So I take 8.
Yep.
Natural 20.
We were ready.
Nice initiative rolls.
At least we have some sort of good rolls.
It would make sense that the dopey bear and the guy who literally just got ambushed would roll low.
So we start with Ikanik. This thing has just
Alright.
exploded out, and you saw it scratch Silas.
Yeah. I'm going to take out my arrow and shoot.
You got it?
Am I close enough? Ooh. I don't know my range yet.
Yep.
It's. Am I? Yeah.
I would
Well,
imagine 60 feet, so...
Yeah, you're good.
It says on your first turn during combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted. But he has acted because it was a surprise round, so it doesn't matter, right?
I did give you a hunter's mark button too.
Oh, I saw
but-
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So whenever you want to use it, just click it and
bonus
then
action
unclick
hunter's
it.
mark.
Mhm.
Do I just click like?
You just
click
check
the
it,
box?
click the check mark, and then when you attack, and then uncheck it for you to make any more attacks. A 12, unfortunately, though, hits the carapace and just shatters off, and you see your arrow and shatter.
Sad. And then she would move there.
So
And that's-
when you move, the
Oh.
Ankeg looks at you and he's going to use his reaction to shoot an acid glob at you. Make a DC 13 dex save. As he just hawks a loogie, this acid ball flies to where you and Lucan were standing.
What?
The acid ball hits you.
No. Oh.
You take 1 point of acid damage, and you are considered restrained until your next turn. So you just can't move this turn.
Yuska! Okay.
Lucan.
All right. As the Ankeg,
Oh.
Ankeg
Is this
comes over
sorry,
the
is this a
ground.
monstrosity?
It is.
That's her favorite. Oh, that's damage rolls. Never mind. I'm sorry for interrupting.
You get a +2 damage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's gonna yell, Resmir, protect us, and he's going to gonna cast false life on himself.
He's like Roz.
Another
He's not as hardened as Roz, so...
You got
And then at the same time, he's gonna use a bonus action to use healing light on Silas.
it. Okay. Oh,
He
the
gains
one.
1 HP.
Haven't you been, you've been hitting all ones this campaign so far.
Jesus.
So Silas, you feel a holy light hits you, Silas, but it doesn't feel warmth. It feels painful on it, but it cauterizes part of the wound closed on you. But you heal for
And
one.
then I'm going to move.
You got it. I already used my reaction, so I can't spit at you.
Thanks.
All part of my plan.
Tabor hears what's going on outside, and he looks over at Yuska. You have allies here.
Yeah, there's a group of us.
He's gonna dash to here. He has his mace out. He just comes running out. Sylvia.
So because he did that, and I'm in the house, would I still be hidden? Because he dashed out the door.
Your stealth roll was, what was it?
There's a 9, I think.
9. Oh, he sees you then. If you wanna, you can hide and try to hide in here, and then pop out.
No. I'm gonna use my bonus action to pull up my bow, and I'm gonna try and shoot.
You got it. You still get sneak because Silas is next to him too. $16 hits for 14. So as this is the first attack to hit the Ankeg,
I know, that's the end of my turn.
because Silas is next to the Ankeg as it's hit, he's going to acid blood, which means
No.
the arrow hits him, the carapace cracks, and acid spews out onto Silas, and you take 4 acid damage.
Oh,
Jeez.
man. I guess I should have expected that.
Silas, oh, this thing just clawed you, and then it got hit by an arrow and just like a pimple pop on your face.
Ew.
Yuska.
Never remember. Oh no! Why my tab die?
I think you just went offline.
Yeah, my Chrome killed my tab. I don't know why.
You're good.
There we go. Okay. Pull up my character sheet again. Sorry. All right. Yuska is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Step outside the door. See what's going on. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Sweet. Roll 20 lets me. I will use all my movement, which I think is just 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. For my action, I will, seeing the Ankeg attacking Silas, I will cast Frostbite.
Con saves?
13.
Fail.
Ooh.
So 6 cold.
6 cold, and he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll if his attacks are considered weapon attacks.
Yep, gotcha. Cool.
And then for my bonus action, I will slam the staff down and toss a d6 at him.
Healing Silas.
Yeah, so you'll heal for 1d6. I'll roll that. And then you get 1 temporary hit point.
4.
So you heal, 4 total.
Cool.
And I believe, yeah, that's all I can do.
So where the explosion happened on your Silas and the acid hit you, the Ankeg is starting to rear up again, and then you see like Frostbite across his claw, and he starts to move a little slower towards you.
I can't click to end my turn.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Silas.
So his blood is acid, is what you're saying?
Yeah, whenever he takes damage, he spew like acid. Whenever he takes melee or range attacks, his carapace cracks and acid shoots out of him.
Okay. So I would. Let's see. One more, okay. Go there and pull my crossbow out.
So you move away. He's going to make an attack on you at disadvantage.
Isn't that a reaction?
You're right. Yep, he doesn't get to. You're correct.
Yes.
So he's still.
And I believe that would be my turn.
Bonus action to switch weapons for a house roll.
Yep.
So you can still
Yep.
shoot if you want to.
Okay. Shoot.
Ooh, 10. Nice.
Ooh.
22 hits for 10. You hit him in the chest, and he screeches, and another poof of acid flies out and just lands onto the ground next to you.
Oh.
It's the Ankeg. Rushes up towards Tabar since he's closest. First attack with disadvantage. 14. That's a hit. Second attack. It's a miss.
This guy's gonna die.
And at the end of the round, he's going to use his legendary action to Acid Gland. He's been hit twice. So within 30 feet, everyone make dex saves. Which is just Yuska, Silas, and Tabor. Tabor passes Yuska and Silas, he missed, so he just and as he does, where the 2 holes are, 2 acid just shoots out at you guys. Almost like a sprinkler of acid. Just
Ew.
so it's 2d6 because he took 2 damage. 2 double ones.
Take that.
So you both take
that.
2. Top of the round, Ikanik.
Right. So she's restrained.
Not anymore. You're good now. You can move now.
Oh, okay. She would like to do an acrobatics roll off the side of this little thing.
Okay.
Do I actually have to roll for that? Like, I meant a literal roll, like she. Like,
Do it.
rolled
We'll see how graceful you look when you do it.
Oh, God. Well, I'm not even proficient in it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You can make backflips off the hill and lands.
I should continue over here. And then she's going to say, get out of the way, human! And then she's going to shoot.
Got it. 20 more hits. Extra 2 for monstrosity for 10.
Yep.
And then Tabor acid. 2 points of acid damage. It hits him in the neck and then Tabor screams as the acid kind of it burns his hands where he holds up his mace to protect himself.
I'm sorry. That's it.
Lucan.
Lucan in a rush, he's gonna grab the purple sash around his neck, and he's gonna tie up his book quickly and attach it to his belt. And while he's doing that, he's going to stick his hand out, palm open, and his fingertips start to glow. He's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Very nice.
I don't think there's a more, like, Resmir spell than Guiding.
So you see Lucan's hand outreaches, and when the guiding bolt shoots out, there's a slight roar that comes with it, like a lion's roar. But it slams into the ground next to the Ankh, misses.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use Healing Light on Silas again. Hopefully it's better than a 1 this time.
Two! It's better! Silas, again, you feel that cauterizing burn in your back as he heals some more of the cut that you took from the Ankh. Tabor's gonna swing his mace. And he hits for 5.
Holy cow.
It takes 2 poison.
No. He's gonna die.
He's standing toe to toe with the Ankh. His acid rains on his face as he swings at it. Sylvia.
I'm just gonna shoot with my bow.
This poor guy is gonna kill himself.
No, we're killing him.
7
okay,
hits.
It's homicide.
It's better
By
him than
acid.
us.
Don't say such a thing.
Oh, 4 acid in his face.
No!
He's just screaming in pain. Ah!
Oh my god.
Yusuke, before you go, the Ankh is going to again use his legendary action, Acid Gland. He reaches in and this time it's 46 as he shoots out. So
46.
46 feet?
No, 4d6 dice.
Oh,
46 dice for damage.
Jibber fails. Silas fails. Yusuke fails. Ooh. 16 acid damage to all of you.
Oh, Christ.
I think our party just died.
Jabbar is killed.
Oh, no. He's killed outright or he's unconscious?
He's unconscious.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yusuke unconscious. Silas unconscious.
Okay. God damn it, guys.
Yusuke, on your turn, death save. 'Cause that was a legendary action before your turn.
Oh.
Fail!
God.
And Silas, on your turn, death save. Success! Rizzo in chat. Ah! The Ankh looks down at Tibor. 4 death saves. Both pincers go into his body. And he lifts him up off the ground. Opens his mandibles. Bites him in half.
Oh no.
He's dead?
He's
Nick.
dead now.
Okay.
Unload on him, fuck!
Okay. What is this? An action? Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah, that's an action. Okay. If I wanted to distract the monster, is that a bonus action or an action?
You want to try to like make him come after you?
Yeah, like taunt him, like a whatever.
Probably an action.
Fuck. Okay.
He does have 4 holes in him, and his carapace is breaking, but he still doesn't look critical.
Okay. Eek. Okay, she sees everyone go down, and she is going to bonus action. Actually, she can't go over there because of the hills. Can she go here with her bonus action, or with her action dash?
You get 60?
There's a hill in the
'Cause
way.
that's a window too.
Oh, that's a window. Can she
Yeah.
burst through the window? Oh, it's like boarded up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's boarded in from the inside.
Okay. She would. Okay, she would go here for 15 feet and look at Lucan and say, "You need to heal them. I'll cause a distraction."
As you move, acid glob reaction.
God damn fucking shit.
Make a dex save as another acid glob comes flying at you. Success! You dodge out of the way and dodge it. You keep moving.
And then she's going to go 15 feet more this way.
Mhm.
Look at Vincent. And look at Ankeg.
Vincent's
the
eyes are
Ankeg
wide.
monster. And she would kneel down, which isn't very far. And she's like, "Oh, my knee! It hurts so bad! Oh, I'm down!"
If we die because you're not attacking people, I swear.
Yeah.
Fucking heal them, okay?
Just
I can
fucking
only-
take a shot. Just fucking shoot it.
You guys will die further because of the acid splash.
It's a death saving throw either
No.
way.
Yeah. You do you, little bird.
Make a intimidation or persuasion.
It's all
I don't think that's very intimidating. Ah, my knees! It's the 3-foot owl.
It's all just -1 at this point. I'll do I'll do a deception check if that's alright. She didn't fall prone. She didn't. She's on her.
Okay,
She's
that's
on her
fine.
legs still.
I'll give it to you. This on-kick Sentinel's no joke.
Oh.
The on-kick doesn't even look at you. The critical one. So as you kneel down to try to deceive it, you slip and you fall on your face. then you sit up.
Prone. Okay. I tried, guys. I tried. I'm sorry. That's the end of my turn.
Should have just attacked it.
Lucan.
Well, it was a gamble, okay?
Lucan is going to use his bonus action to use Healing Light on Yiska, and he's also going to use Guiding Bolt on.
You got it. 5 healing to Yuska.
5. He's back up, but gets 1 exhaustion, right?
Yeah, 1 exhaustion, Yuska, and you're prone, but your eyes are open. So you have disadvantage, Yuska, on ability checks.
And then I rolled a 24 to hit
Ooh.
the egg with
Nice
Bolt.
hit. The roar Resmer echoes loud, and you're not sure if the healing woken Yuska or the roar, but it slams into the Ankeg. And as it slams into the Ankeg, his character piece breaks a bit on his chest, and he falters a bit. You can see green acid ooze is spilling out of him.
So the next attack has advantage on the Ankeg, just so you all know.
Tipper's gone, Sylvia. So you do have sneak attack because you have advantage. Just super clutch for the rogue right now. Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot him again with my short bow.
You got it.
Hit him.
21 hits for 10.
Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to I'm gonna use my cunning action
Okay.
to run 60 feet all the way over there.
Nice.
Someone's fucking scared.
Okay.
You just
Okay. So
shot
at
and then he
least I
starts-
made an attempt to pull him away.
Well, I was hoping that me running would like kind of persuade him to come after me.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'll give it to you.
So this is a new round. So after Sylvia goes, before Yuska goes, the Anke is going to use his legendary action to burrow. And a big hole opens up and he disappears. And there's the hole where he left. Yuska.
Oh, I'm so dead where I am.
Anyone could be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first things first, I'm gonna burn my last balm, and I'll bring up Silas.
Okay. Silas, here for one. But you're awake.
Silas really likes being healed.
Yep.
So this one's a little different,
That
Silas.
sanguis-
When Yusuke heals you, it feels more like a warm summer rain, and you open your eyes.
Oh, that's
What's
cool.
your prone?
I should have prepared some of these things. Okay, I will, for my action, because we don't know where he is and I'm kind of fucked up, I'm going to use my wild shape.
Okay. Leon.
Yes.
And I will, let's go with,
That's text though. Oh,
let's go with a
buddy.
blink dog. I don't know how you do wild shape stuff, but
That's a lot of text.
Blink Dog's a Fae. Can you do Faes?
This is beast.
I think it's just beast.
The statistics of the beast. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you
Is it
could
just-
do.
Oh, it's a fae, yeah.
Raining's giving support. He highlighted it. What's your CR at this level? It's a shape.
It's 1/4. Or
1/4?
well, yeah, 1/4. Because I'm not Circle of the Moon.
Gotcha. Baboon, badger, hyena, goat.
A bear, maybe.
Boar.
You're turning into a bear when you're already a bear.
I have a list as well, but I don't.
Can you turn into a flying thing?
I've not for
Yeah, no flying
like
yet.
4 levels.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Let's see. I can do a giant wolf spider.
Wolf spider.
That sounds terrifying.
Let's do it.
I don't know what else I can do unless there's like a wolf, I guess. Actually, wolf is one. Yeah.
Yeah, wolf instead.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right, let me set your token up real quick, and you'll be able to see the wolf hand out at the very top of the journal once I get it set up. And Yuska. I might have to redrag it if you can't move the wolf here. We'll let you move it.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so let me add turn. 14 initiative. Shabink. Shabink. Cool.
Silas, you'd be at 2 HP because you also get a temporary hit point. Oh.
So you
let's
bonus
see.
action heal Silas, and then you change into the wolf.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can still move.
I will move to move both tokens. I'll move to there and just wait for him to pop out, but that's all I can do.
Gotcha. Oop, shit. Silas.
Alright.
Can I do a bear, Z? Are those 1/4 CR?
I can tell you real quick. So Silas, you're laying on the ground prone, you just opened your eyes. The on-cake is gone and you can see the large hole where he was.
Brown bear's CR1.
Yeah, black bear's half.
So it's 10 to get up?
Half speed, so 15 for you. You can also feed on Tabor if you want.
Oh my.
You'll get your 1d4 con plus your.
Oh no.
You'll get your HP through him if you want.
Actually, second wind.
Sure. D10 plus 2 for your fighter level.
How do you roll again?
Slash roll space 1d10 plus 2. Heal for 7. So when you second wind, are you like a stoic? You just stand up and, or do you go like Goku and you're like, ah!
It's more like get up and like,
Just throw your long white hair. Just,
Suddenly, Fernando.
Fernando. You can move if you want with 15 feet, and you can do any type of action. Or you can pass.
I will move to here. And be done.
So on your turn, Silas, you move right on top of him. He's gonna explode out from under you.
Oh my god.
Such a luck.
Ready an attack action before we end. Wait, no, I don't have any Crayola on me. Fuck.
First claw on Silas. 20 for 9.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh man.
Are you down?
yep.
Second claw on Silas.
Makes you feel any better? I don't have any way to heal you guys anymore.
Makes us all feel better.
So
yeah, I'm completely out too.
So the issue is the first attack hit Silas and knocked him out. The second attack gives you 2 death saves instantly because he crits you as he smashed you with his other claw. So you are now impaled and grappled by this thing, and you have 2 death saves.
Thank you, Z.
So if you roll a death save on your next turn, your character dies.
Oh my god.
Oh, it gives me 2 fails automatically.
Yeah, because the second attack is always a crit when you're unconscious. So Ikanik.
Alright. This is great. Alright, I will. Alright, I'm going to see Silas go down. How far away am I?
20.
Ooh, okay. I got a thing I can do.
Run up to Silas.
I can't heal, but I got a thing I can do.
Feeding somebody something is an action, right?
Yep.
Right.
Putting a good berry in his mouth.
Yeah.
Go for it.
But I have to cast Good Berry.
Ah.
Or blood in his mouth.
I don't have a potion. Have a potion?
There's literally a dead guy.
Like she would do that. She's a fucking bird. Okay. She would do, she would cast Good Berry.
Okay.
And she gets 10 berries in her hand.
Mhm.
Oh, let me click that. Boop. And she would chuck it at him. She would chuck one at him. Just,
You throw a good berry at the Ankeg? Sentinel?
yes.
Okay. Hits him in the face.
Yep.
He's looking at Silas, he's about to swallow him.
You're ugly. Dumb.
Oh my god.
Rah!
And that's it.
Lucan.
Lucan is going to stick out his hand, and a bright white crackling energy is going to surround his entire fist as he shoots out a eldritch bolt at the Ankeg.
Got it.
Shoot her.
And hits like a truck, and he's gonna fucking run in a direction to try and get that Ankeg to attack him.
So as you run, he's going to acid glove at you with his reaction. Dex save. Fail. So you take 4 acid and you're restrained. As it hits you on the feet and stops you from moving.
Cool. It just means he can't attack someone else.
Yep.
So.
So he doesn't get an opportunity. Sylvia,
I'm just gonna keep shooting him with my bow.
you got it. "13 unfortunately misses.
Oh my lord.
So it goes wide over his head.
That's the first one I've missed. Just a question. These piles of wood, are they like in a pyramid kind of thing?
Mhm. Yeah, like a lumber wood stacked up. You can duck behind it and hide it pretty easily if you want to.
I was actually gonna ask if I could use my bonus action to try and push it over to distract the NK.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
At
19, you push it, and as you do, it starts to tumble a bit and it starts to roll down towards where that destroyed chimney is. And they start to roll as they fall down.
and
The
I
arcade
use
looks over.
my movement
Mhm.
to go behind this one,
You got it.
and that's the end of my turn.
Woof.
What kind of action is it to drop the wild shape?
Bonus action? I think it's
Okay,
bonus
that'll
action.
work. And then I will bonus action drop the wild shape
Okay.
back into the bear. I will take a step forward. My staff will start crackling with electric energy, and I'll slam it to the ground.
Okay. Thunderwave.
Wait, is it 15? Oh, it's 15 feet. So I wouldn't have moved.
Double 18s. Does it do half, or is it just no damage on the...
It's half damage,
Half
and he
damage?
doesn't get pushed.
Gotcha. Half damage. Part of his carapace cracks on the side. He's still alive with both pincers and Silas. But he's still holding on.
Oh,
Silas, you gotta hit this death save and pass. Pass!
Oh
Silas is dead. The life escapes Silas's body, and he slumps. Silas is gone.
oh.
no! That was quick.
The Ankeg throws Silas to the ground. It's gonna swing Ikenik. Claw. 20 and 18.
Yep. She's down.
Ikenik is knocked unconscious, and because both hit
She's
you, you are
9, 10, 11, 12 for the first hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
12.
she's down at the second hit.
So the second hit drops you, both claws have grappled you. First, Ikenik, death save, top of the round.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I can just click the button. Seems so impersonal. Oh no!
Ooh, first one's a fail. Lucan. Silas has passed on and has been thrown to the side. Ikenik has been knocked unconscious and is now being grappled by the sentinel.
That's fucking dumb. That's all I have to say about that.
The sentinel has 2 HP.
Shoot!
I had the
I am
perfect.
going
I had
to-
the perfect plan, but the fucking dice.
No,
I'm going to
that's
do
the-
what
exactly, yeah.
Ikenik has not done for most of this combat, and I'm going to attack the Ankeg.
my first
Um,
2 and 2.
And then I'm gonna move afterwards to try and proc that reaction as well.
Okay. Your Eldritch Blast smashes the on-cake and it falls back. And it falls. It's dead.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
That double 18 on the con save.
Do I get hit with the acid?
You do. You take 2 saving deaths. No,
I'm
because it's
dead.
Eldritch Blast, so it's a spell attack, so you don't. It's only range melee, range attacks, melee attacks.
I would run over and stabilize Eek immediately.
Okay.
I run over and notice that Silas is dead, and I just kind of collapse onto him. Hopefully not getting acid on myself.
Yeah, and then Lucan's gonna rush down to see if anyone needs his.
So Tabor's body has been cut in half, and half of his body is this way, and half of his body is that way, and he's gone. Silas, 2 large slice marks from the claws are in his chest, and his lifeless eyes are looking upwards. Sylvia's next to him, kneeling on top of him. Ikanika is stable but unconscious.
I will grab a couple of her good berries and just
Stuff now through. Okay.
While he's doing that, I grab part of the human guy, and I try and put the blood in Silas's mouth.
How many good berries do you give me? Because there would be 9.
I'll give you 2.
Alright. Ikanik would wake up.
You open your eyes, Ikanik, you see Sylvia desperately trying to force blood into Silas's mouth.
Yusuke will take a good berry and hand it to Sylvia. I think you will have more luck with this.
Rizzo gifted
tried.
5 subs. Thanks, Rizzo, man. You gifted subs because Silas died. Thanks for the 5 subs, though, dude.
There's a way to resurrect
Sad.
people, isn't there?
Not at level 2?
There is, but we're too low level.
Shh.
But there is a way later levels, so Silas could come back.
Well, apparently he's also very connected, so maybe we can take his body.
That's not a bad idea. Ikanik says none of this, by the way.
Silas. You see nothing. Darkness. And you feel like you're floating in just a void of darkness. You've heard stories about this before. You know once you pass on, you go into the ethereal plane, and eventually you'll come before Bodoma to be judged and take your next step in the afterlife. Bodoma isn't before you, though, and as you fall deeper and deeper and deeper into the shadow, a single eye attached to this long, tentacle-like tendril reaches up out of the darkness, and you're falling and you're floating. It's almost like you're swimming in a void. And this one singular eye turns and looks at you, and it opens wide. The eye is 30 feet in front of you. It swarms over you. Its eye opens and looks at you. What do you do?
Do something, you fucker.
If Yusuke had noticed he had passed on, I'd be saying prayers to Amara, all the nature gods.
I and ask why now.
Do you hunger?
Always.
Will you fill your belly for me?
I will strive my best.
Will you embrace the void around you? The void around the multiverse?
I have always.
Will you fill the mall and answer only to the parasite?
No.
It is what I have lived.
You walk in the void, though you do not know it. Silas opens his eyes with 1 health. He opens his eyes though. When he opens his eyes, it's not the normal. Yeah, amber eyes, amber hazel eyes. Can't remember your
They
eye
were
color.
like gray blue.
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Yeah,
Your eyes
I
are
remember.
like a darkish purple, and the rings around your eyes. It's almost like they burn, but as you guys look at his eyes, there's just like these small little cuts around the pupils. He opens them and he coughs as he coughs up the blood.
And the singular berry.
Yeah, in the berry.
I would turn to Ikanik. Amora's loving touch usually helps.
Give him a good berry.
Good berry heals you.
I like sigh in relief and give him the berry back.
Ekanik would put her little feather arm over Silas's arm.
Silas, you have given your body to Maul, the parasite of prayer.
You're fucked, man.
Not sure what she is or what she does. Only that while you are falling through the ethereal plane, which you assume is past Podoma for your transgressions in life, the singular tentacle eye reached out to you. And now that you sit up, you don't feel a need to drink. But you still have your sanguis form. Only your eyes give away what you have chosen to follow.
Do we notice the eye change?
Mhm.
I'm assuming I would have no fucking clue.
You passed beyond the veil, Silas. What did you see?
Nothing.
You saw nothing, but something granted you life?
It was a void.
You've been to the void.
Look in his eyes, though different, are somewhat comforting.
Jeez.
Well,
Can I insight that?
Inside, Lucan looking at him kind of, or inside Silas.
Is he looking at Lucan like compassionately? Like,
I'm inciting the
Wholesome
DM to
emotion?
see if they're actually comforting.
The 14 insight, you kind of look at this as they stare at each other. It's not a look of like comfort, it's a look of acceptance.
Okay.
Lucan notices that Silas has passed somewhere and returned. Which for a man of light and laws, it's a pretty big deal.
Well, if Rezmir has brought you back, there's a reason for it. I'm going to extend my hand to help him up.
Do you accept his hand? Silas.
I look uneasy. Taking the help.
I couldn't hear you. You're pretty quiet there.
I look uneasy. Asking or taking anybody's help.
After a moment, Lucan will kind of awkwardly retract his hand and puff up his chest a little bit, and he's like, "Well, no matter. This is dead. I suppose we should rest, but not here in case there's another."
I agree.
Ikanik is still laying on the ground.
So as you guys, you just want to get up and get out of here quick and make a camp a couple farther away. Kind of what is that the plan? You want to get away from this place and sleep?
I'm going to use, before we go, I would like to use one of the tunnels that have been dug. I'd like to put Tibor in one of them and then give him a proper burial.
You got it.
And then push it all back in, so it's an actual filled grave.
So when you pick up Tibor versus his upper half, you get him in the hole. Then when you go to his lower half, and you start to put him in the
I
hole.
muted myself. Yuska would be. I'm like, why is nobody hearing me? Yuska, what I was trying to say earlier, would be like, we should take the body back, both of them, and show what happened here. I think it would be proper if his brother knew, or if family or whatever he was.
We could bring back the entire body, or just does he have any rings or necklace or anything that would signify that that's him?
Investigate his body. Make an investigation.
Was the bartender a half elf? I mean, we wouldn't know that necessarily, but.
He was.
Oh, okay.
He was an Alaman. With 22, you start to go through his pockets looking for something. He has 8 silver if you want to take it.
Hell yeah.
So you reach in there, you grab the silver, and you're like, silver? And take it anyways. And then as you're going through his stuff, there's a strange trinket that you pull out. It's it's an old stag antler, just one stag antler. And it's been carved to a tip, like a ceremonial dagger of sorts. And then on the other end of it, it's wrapped in a some sort of sinew. It seems really well crafted. It's like a totem. You take that.
I'll take that as well.
I suggest we bury him here and bring Harvin a token. I don't know much about Harvin, but I imagined if I had a brother, I would not want someone to deliver 2 parts of him to me in proof that he's died.
Well, I can't say that I know what would be proper. What should we do with this body? I'll point to the insectoid.
I got it. Ikanik would stagger up, and she'd hobble her way over to the creature. She would want to investigate it to see if there was a safe point to cut without getting hurt by the acid.
So let's make a wisdom saving throw. 13. This voice rings out in your head. Feast. You stop for a second and you look at the cake. You lick your lips at it. Looks delicious. Then you shake your head and you knock the thought out of you. As Ikanik walks up and looks to try to figure out a way to cut this. If you want to take some time and make a survival check, you'll definitely be able to cut it without doing it. It just might be, it'll depict on like how long it takes you to figure out how to do it.
I don't know if we would wait that long. I think we would only be here for like 20 minutes max, right, guys? Or longer, or what?
I don't think we plan on staying here for very long.
Just get what we can, and we should leave.
Are there horns?
No horns, there's mandibles.
No. Oh, can I take off? Can I try to take off a pincher real quick?
Like you just want to do a fast like.
Well, not like that much fast, but
Make a survival.
like 10 minutes fast.
Okay, yeah, make a survival check. See how you do. 9. You look at this thing, you're like, I can do this in 10 minutes, but I'm gonna get a little backsplash.
Then I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm at 2 HP. I'm like limping.
Dying by carving the carcass. That's the way to go.
Ikanik would hobble over to Yuska and just like lay your head against him. His leg.
His ankle.
No.
So as you guys pack up your cart, begin to head out to find a place to rest. Take a quick 5-minute break. I'm gonna pop up the Oncake's at no boss so you guys can see what he did. I think it's always cool to kind of show these boss attacks. So if you're in chat too, do you want to see this boss or taking a break? I'm gonna leave it up just so you guys can kind of see the stats of it. I can't get to the legendary action at the bottom now. Damn it. It's too much. It's too much.
Back in a moment.
So quick 5-minute break.
I only have the photo.
I can't show the
Yep,
stat.
here.
Damn it. I wanted to show the stat. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll make a post and I'll post it on like Instagram and Twitter so you guys can see what he does. But we'll be back in just a couple minutes, just refreshing the drinks. So be right back, guys.
I was waiting for fucking Yuska to pick up her, and he never did. I had like the perfect line, and now I can't fucking say it. You're muted, maybe. You're just not gonna say anything. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just stay here in silence by myself.
What?
Did you have a response?
I totally missed what you were saying.
Ikanik had the perfect. She was waiting. I was waiting. I was waiting for you to pick her up and just like, you know, hold her little sad little broken body. But nope, you never did. Because I had the perfect line. I was gonna say, she's not gonna say it now. No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'll bring it up later. I could tell you if you want. Yeah, you would have.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to get picked up, he would have picked you up. So.
Well, it's too late now. It's too late. It's whatever Yuska wanted to do. She would have said, what she would have said. Did I do okay, big buddy? And now it doesn't matter. She picked herself up. Oh, I wish I knew how much health he had.
Oof.
Those fucking ones, man. I wish I could just roll a dice and then blame it on the dice. And I just blame myself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was the dice that killed us, and the lack of initial attacks. But
I think we did. Oh, I did an attack. Lucan did an attack. Did he miss?
yeah.
But the problem is we all do range attacks. And that was the fuck up. If we did melee attacks, I think it would have been fine. So before like the Goodberry thing, I was thinking that Ikenik would run up and jump on the Ankeg and stab him with the dagger.
Well, he would have acid, or he would have hit everybody with acid.
With the acid? With the dagger attack?
Yeah, every physical attack.
But that's only 5 feet. The 30 feet is a legendary action. But if she was able to hit him, then he would have died.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I didn't know how much health he had. You get fucked if you heal, and you get fucked if you don't.
Yep. I should have kept healing word, because I still have 2 spells.
I got Goodberry, but I was like, I'll just help the druid a little bit.
That fucking legendary action with that 4d6 really fucked up what I was gonna do. But I mean, I didn't prep any healing spells. Cause I'm like, going into this, my 2 fucking dice I can just toss at people. That'll be enough because Lucan can heal, but he's a warlock. So
It's called a DM lifeline.
Dude, I was really happy about Silas coming back. I'm not happy about him being like parasite bitch, but you know.
Yeah, if
I
you
don't know
weren't
the consequences of that yet, so
if you weren't like level 2 or 3, I would have just let you die. But it's always second session feels bad.
I think it's good.
It's a little interesting
It's
RP
really
though.
there's not much you
letting
can
him
do. There's not much you can do about something like all the d6s almost being 6.
It was only
Like-
one on keg. It was one on keg.
Well, that was a souped up on cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a CR4.
That was. I was gonna say that's easily like CR4 or 5.
Yeah. It was a boss fight on cake. That's why there's only one.
Where did my chips go?
Which is honestly like a bit much for a level 2 party of 5, but
Nah, if you'd
Boss
attacked
fight.
one more time, it would have died. If you would have tried to intimidate and attacked, it would have been dead.
of course my Thunder Wave gets resisted and rolls for shit, so
I told
The
Roz
clutch
that
failed.
instead of doing Goodberry, I was
Okay.
originally gonna have Ikenik run up and jump on the Onkeg and stab him with a dagger. But I didn't think he had that much health left. I thought he had like a
That
lot
would've
more
been
health
really
left,
cool.
and I was like, I got fucked for not healing, so let me go fucking heal.
Yeah, you should have just like.
No, don't fucking
attacked.
say shit, Joe. Shut up.
I was attacking. I killed the bloody thing. Literally bloody thing. I'm muted, so you didn't hear any of what I just said.
I heard you. Said you
Well, no,
killed.
I was saying that I didn't even lose any HP that entire combat.
Oh.
I
Cause
lost
you're a
4
wizard.
temporary
One
HP
look,
and that's it.
you get hit once and you're fucking you're a warlock. You get hit once.
I have more health than 90% of the party.
Then get in the fucking
I'm
battle.
tied for most health.
You had a nice inch or a nice roll.
Everyone's ranged in this goddamn party.
Yeah, but you guys don't have.
I think I'm
false
gonna make
life, so-
Ikenik. No, I can't because she's archery background. How?
Make her what?
Close range ranger.
I mean,
She give me like a
I'm
dual
sure,
wielder.
I'm sure you could do some like RP stuff to eventually shift from archery to close combat if need be.
Yeah, but I feel like that would take a long time.
We're not playing the other game. It won't take that.
Nobody
long
in
if
our
you do it
party
right.
though. But nobody in our party does two-handed weapons at all. We're all rangers.
I mean, I'm sure Sylvia probably does a little bit of dagger usage. You can probably learn from that. And I mean,
Well,
the
she
daggers are
already knows
probably
how
the
to
size
use
of
a
swords for
dagger.
you.
Silas uses
But
two one-hands.
Yeah, that's true. Silas literally uses 2 one-handed weapons.
Silas. You want to teach a birdie how to kill things?
With weapons that are as big as almost.
Actually, oh, yeah, basically. I feel like I should keep archery though, because then that's kind of like metagaming, and I know it's for like for the benefit of the party,
It's
but I
not
mean,
metagaming,
having all
though,
rangers
if you-
isn't bad.
No, but if Equinix decides she wants to get up close and personal,
Eek, it's not that difficult.
if Eek wants to get up and close and personal, that's not metagaming. If that's what she decides she wants to do.
We can do a Rocky montage. Da, da. gonna be a montage.
Well, I plan on her
Now-
being a colossal slayer or a monster slayer, so.
What chat think about that boss fight? While we're waiting for Sylvia.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad if we didn't roll like shit all fucking night.
So many ones.
That's what killed.
Nines
That's
and
what killed
eights.
Silas.
For Luke and Killer Walk Kicks.
Having
was-
missed, like, yeah, one of my guiding bolts missed, which is 46 damage lost or whatever. Too.
If
There's a
that
lot of
Eldritch
damage.
Blast had hit before Silas had died, we would have been able to save him.
If
But
that
that-
and if both of my attacks had hit, he would have died before even Tibber, or whatever his name was, died too.
You had a level 3 NPC too.
Yeah.
You just got
No.
hit that just those two explosions got you guys pretty good.
But now, we can appreciate the fact that he's parasite driven.
Got the
Hello,
goo
I'm
on him.
back.
So I have like an interesting question. So if I'm like, because of our character backstory and all of that, if I'm teaching like Ikanik like spell rituals,
Hmm?
would it be possible? And this is just like, you know, flavor for me, I guess. Would she be able to learn like additional druid spells from me doing like spells that I know?
So if you look at the new 2018 hunters can learn druid spells. You gotta stay in that. You gotta stay in that line.
Okay.
But they have access to a lot of
Very
druid
cool.
spells. And then for
Yeah, we can talk.
downtime stuff it's based on your intellect, and that goes into how many weeks. So how much training goes into that many weeks, and it would kind of compound.
Okay.
Sorry, what
I was just like, without her having to take like druid levels necessarily. I mean, obviously at like some sort of a penalty, but just because that's what like downtime stuff.
The biggest thing will just be based on her spellcasting level,
Mm.
as in general. Like if you can't teach her like a level 3 spell, if she can only cast level 1 spells, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
She is a slow learner. Slow learner.
The 5 of you take the wagon and Vincent, and you move a good couple hours from the camp, and then make camp and sit around the fire. Some of you are still pretty hurt since you haven't taken a long rest yet. Spells are still gone. Vincent is a little bit spooked, but she was quickly ready to just get out of there. The entire time Silas hasn't spoken, but you all have made the fire. You sat down around the fire. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, did I get any of my arrows back? Do I need to roll for that?
Oh no, any arrow that hits the carapace would have shattered.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I am at 17. I hit twice. Did I hit twice or 3 times? I think I hit twice.
Twice.
Thanks.
You did
You
overshoot
can-
one, so you could take one.
Oh, I did?
Sylvia too. You
No.
overshot and missed.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
Good. Sad music.
Ikanik would hobble over to Lucan. She'd like hold her side and sit down next to him. Can Resmir heal people anymore?
Resmir can heal anyone. Just right now, I have expended all of my uses of him for the night. He will grant me more power tomorrow.
I'm just, I feel kind of hurt right now, so
Mm.
that's okay. She'd get up.
Resmir acts in strange ways. He won't give you everything. You must work for some of your own victories.
I think I worked for healing a bit.
You definitely worked. And if it weren't for you, I'm sure Silas would not have made it.
She'd smile. Okay.
Her smile is, she smiles, but you can see she's in pain. So it's like,
Her Her
But-
gray feathers have a little bit of like blood on it.
I love that interaction because Lucan isn't even like remotely hurt, like at all. He didn't even get a scrape on him. He's just like, don't worry. He's just not hurt at all.
She would hobble back to Yuska and like lay on his lap.
I'm sorry, little buddy. I thought what I usually prepare with me would be enough. But
He was a really bad guy.
well, we know this is a very bad place now. If that wasn't made obvious before.
Yeah. Are there all these bad guys this tough?
I sure hope not.
I would imagine that this is only the first of what's to come.
It's really hard.
This might have been hard, but with Rasmir's light, we managed to kill it and none of us fell. For long, at least. We all got back up, so that's good.
This time doesn't mean it will happen next time.
The Nevermore might have the fog, but Rasmir's light will breach through it, and it will keep us all alive, don't fret. You might not believe in him, but he'll protect you too.
Fair enough.
I think the only thing that truly protects is the force of nature, but here it's very aberrant. Very disconcerting.
Let's hope that anything nature throws at us soon will not be another one of those.
Yuska, are you a force of nature?
Well, only as much as nature allows me to be. Nature is a balance. And so are all of the deities that watch over the trance and all of this.
Silas. Just like turns her head. Did nature save you or did Rasmir?
I don't know what to say.
Oh. Well, they didn't save my family, so I hope that you can help people too.
I will help people.
Sorry, you're really quiet.
I will help people.
His eyes flare purple when he says it.
Oh, how did you do that? She like sit up off of Yuska.
So let's make a wisdom saving throw. That's gonna be
Don't
the thing
eat the
now.
bird.
Silence
Oh,
wisdom
wow.
save. Silence wisdom
Don't eat
save.
the bird. Oh
The DM
no!
wants to say something in game.
Silas stands up and walks off.
Oh. Did I say something?
So wisdom or intelligence, I should be this.
Wisdom. With a 3, you felt yourself like you were falling in like a black pit, and then it's almost like your eyes clouded over, and then you just stood up and left.
So I see nothing's changed then? He still goes out to feed at night?
Well, he has to eat. Everybody has to eat, right? Well, aside
Except for you? He could join you and do the same. You don't
We
seem
cannot
that close
ask
for wear.
a tiger to not eat.
Well,
yeah,
I
but I
mean,
was done
yeah.
against my will.
You can actually ask a tiger to not eat. I wouldn't recommend it though.
You could also
Speaking
keep
of
the
which,
tiger.
Yusuke is as soon as he says that, Yusuke is going to start ritual casting Speak with Animals to talk with Vincent.
Sure. As you walk over to Vincent to cast it, you look past and you see Silas in the bush, like he's about to pounce on Vincent.
No!
Well, until he actually does, I'm just going to ignore him and just reassure Vincent and give him a good berry if there's any left.
You start the ritual cast, you put the berry in his mouth, and then Silas just bursts out of the bushes, fangs out, and tries to bite down onto Vincent.
Do we all see this happening, or just him?
Yeah, it's pretty loud. He just bursts forth. The ox kind of recoils. Vincent recoils.
I will cast Entangle.
Silas, make a strength save.
Oh boy.
Oof.
That is a success.
So the Entangle shoots up and tries to wrap around you, and as you do, you just burst through it. Give me a unarmed attack, Silas.
Unarmed?
Yeah, unarmed. Like your bite attack. Or your thirst attack. 19. You guys are sitting by the fire. You see the roots explode up. You see Silas burst through the roots, and you see Silas bite into the right shoulder of the ox. The ox recoils at first, and kind of his eyes are wide, but he stops and he kind of stares ahead. Then you see Silas wipe blood from his mouth. And about this time, Silas, the clouded fog that was overtaking you fades, and you're confused, and you're looking at this puncture wounds on the ox, and you see the entanglement behind you.
And this.
I would be holding my staff up, just glaring at him.
What happens?
You know very well what happened. You're sanguous and you are hungry.
But I do not feel hungry.
Of course not. You've already eaten. It's the very thing I was talking about.
At least it was an animal and not you.
This is fair. I appreciate that, but I would rather it not be the animal we don't own.
We don't attack our friends.
Yeah, I feel that was unnecessary.
Ekenik would go up to Vincent and try to patch him up.
Do you have any more good berries?
No, they all went away when I fell down and died.
No, they last.
Oh, she didn't pick them up. You took them from her. Or you took some. Did you pick up all 9 of them? Or just enough for...
No, I would have grabbed all of them, so it's 2. So I have 5 more left. I'll just give all 5 back to Vincent to heal him back up.
Okay. You put him into his mouth, and he heals up. He looks over at you. The ritual went through, so he speaks to you, and he says, why did he bite me? I thought he liked me.
Oh.
I don't know.
The good, the bad, and the Silas.
You gave Vincent more good berries than you gave me. You gave me 2.
This is the way.
Yes.
Way to go, big buddy.
You're used to it. You're used to it. I gave you 2.
Yes, you did.
Do you want to have only Sylvia keep watch tonight, or how would you guys like to sleep?
Yusuke will take 1 watch and also do his usual ritual.
Yeah, Lucan will probably take part of the first watch as well. He's kind of shaken after that fight.
Okay. You want to do like offset watches? Like Lucan first, Yusuke second, Sylvia the whole time? Or do you want to both be up at the same time?
If somebody's gonna take first watch, Yuska will take second.
I'll just be there the whole time.
Okay. So Sylvia and Lucan, perception checks. As the rest of you sleep, get your health back and your spells. As you both are watching Yuska, as you sleep, a familiar dream creeps up. So as you're sleeping, the vines again rise up out of the dark, broken ground. No, not yet, Silas. That's a little ways down the road.
Okay, I just wondered.
The vines explode out of the ground. Thorns, as usual. This time they're thicker, and they're wider, they're longer. They wrap around your ankles. They wrap around your calf. They wrap around your thigh. And you feel that the rose thorns pierce deep into your skin. But it doesn't hurt. It's almost like euphoria. It feels excellent. Rule 34.
Oh, thorns, yes.
Luke and Sylvia both look over and you see Yuska, he rises first, and then he looks like a strange relaxation falls over him. Lucan, with your background, you see golden, like a golden, like almost like a lasso, like an energy wrapped around Yuska's leg, his calf, and his thigh. And it's about as far as it just goes up to his thigh and it just sits there. Sylvia, you don't see anything.
Is it still on him?
Mm-hmm. It's like it's tightened in. It's kind of just resting on him.
All right, I'm gonna walk towards him, and I want to do investigate. I don't know if that would be considered Arcana religion or something, but
Your choice. Do you want to do Arcana or you want to do religion?
As he's
Yeah,
doing
okay.
that, I'm gonna make a sleight of hand check to pull out my dagger and him not notice.
Sure.
You gonna kill me?
19. Wait, yeah. So he doesn't. You don't see the dagger as he kind of pulls it out the side and looks. As you look down at this wrap, with a 9, Resmir's light has enveloped Yuska's thigh and has given him warmth where he took damage earlier.
As it should be. Resmir will fix all. And I'm gonna turn over towards Sylvia. Do you see this?
Let's see what. There's nothing there.
Must be because of your birth. Resmir is even healing those who do not believe in him. Give it time and you'll see it as well.
Sure.
No different than your other friends. I'm surprised with how much Resmir is able to breach the fog of the Nevermore expanse.
If you say so, human.
It's not me saying it. Resmir himself speaks to me. These are his actions.
I'm assuming Yuska can hear this.
I mean,
You
I'm
are-
standing like right next to your hip, basically, and I'm not really quiet about it.
You are in another place right now, Yuska.
Oh, right, yeah.
If you say so, I'll take your word for it, even though I don't hear these things.
You don't hear them yet, but you will. Give it time.
As you wish.
It sits on his leg for hours until it's his turn to wake up for the watch. And when he goes to wake up, you see it, Luke, and you see it slowly unwind. Yuska, what was once pleasure, as it unwinds, you feel the hard pricks and its pain again. And you're jolted awake in a cold sweat again as it unlatches itself from your leg. Lucan and Silver are both looking at you when you pop up.
Yeah, Lucan has like an almost creepy smile. Well, now that you're awake, I suppose it's your turn. Need to hit the head.
Yeah. So then
Lucan's gonna head off to bed.
I'll do all of my rituals while keeping an eye out.
The rest of the night is pretty uneventful. Unless the two of you want to talk about or do anything, we can jump ahead.
Nope.
Morning comes. The light breaks over the couple trees of where you found refuge. The five of you awaken. You guys are on the open road 2 days back. Still have the supplies. You have the trinket, the totem. Can I do this? Nope, didn't work. I tried to flip it. So your 2 days journey back is pretty uneventful. But again, you come to Novavasi. You see the front gates of Novavasi as you make your way into the city. And I want to pop up the handout again. Wow. Y'all make your way through the front gates of Novavasi. The same cobblestone road gives way at the crossroad where you went the first time. There's a couple carriages really far ahead, going about the same pace you are, so they stay somewhat ahead of you. They look to be some type of merchant wagons. But there is some traffic coming into the north this time.
What is the traffic? Like anything specific? Like, I don't know.
From this vantage point, it's hard to see, but you can see there's two wagons. One in the front is like a really well-crafted wagon, pulled by two of those same spectral horses that you saw in the stables from before. And then behind that is another wagon with a large tarp over it.
Okay.
It's about 400 to 500 feet in front of you in the light, so it's kind of hard to see, but they're going down the cobblestone road as you guys are going towards the city.
As we get closer to the city, Lucan's going to use minor illusion to change the look of his ceremonial lantern to a standard lantern so they don't get stopped on the way into the city again.
So you guys make your way into the city. This is the 5th day since you left, and as you guys make your way through, you pass by the stables again, see the war horses being taken care of. You pass by the human market again. I'm assuming you guys are going to make your way directly to the Howling Hound.
That's what I think.
Yep.
So as you guys step to the Howling Hound, this time it is, let me set this up real quick.
Oh, when we drop off, I'm assuming we bring the wagon back to the stable area next to the Howling Hound?
Hmm.
Okay, we just don't leave it in the middle of the road. Ikanik would have kind of a weirdly sentimental goodbye to Vincent. And she'd like pat his leg and she's like, "It's okay. We'll see each other again sometime. Don't be sad. And we'll take care of you when we can, and we'll give you some food." Like, it's really weird. Like, it's just super sentimental, and it's like a little awkward.
I will have ritual casted, speak with animals, to relay this to Vincent.
She hears ox being spoken behind her, so she understands.
When you say goodbye to Vincent, Yuska, he says, "I worked. May I have oats?"
I'll give him another ration.
He eats it happily.
Oh, does he want food? Let's get him food. She looks around for some hay, and she picks it up off the ground, even if it's a little dirty.
In the barn, as you guys are feeding him, the gnome comes up behind you that you met earlier, Ula. She says, "Oh, thank you. I'll take it from here." And she grabs the reins and starts to take him off the cart.
Oh, but he really likes good berries sometimes. And, he's a little sensitive.
Well, feel free to come by and feed him when you want to. Saves me the trouble.
Okay.
She drags him into a stall and...
Goodbye. You know that meme where that old guy in Doctor Who is like saying goodbye on Donna's wedding? She'd walk away.
So as the five of you walk into the Howling Hound after letting Vincent go and bringing back the supplies, it's about 6 o'clock in the afternoon at this time, so it's dinner time, so it's a little more busier than before. Harvin is behind the bar. You can hear in the back in the kitchen food being made. Tamil and Ola Tamil's making food, and then Ola comes in and starts to help. You see Baron sitting at the table. The 5 of you have entered. Arvin looks excited and he waves you over as soon as he sees you.
Ekenik stomps her little bird feet with a purpose. Very gruff looking. She tries to be. She hobbles up onto the stool.
Right on time. Glad to see you back. Tell me, how's my brother?
I think it's best that I handle, or perhaps our friend handles, this one little one.
As I walk over to the stools with everybody else, I drop a pouch off at Baron with the 8 silver pieces in it.
Okay. He looks at you and he nods and he opens it. He looks at you again. He gives you another nod. Well done. So let's make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
11, you feel? You see all this meat in front of you, sitting at the table. Meat, they're people, but they're meat. You shake it off. You walk over and join your friends at the bar. Ekenik's death will be a sad one.
Don't say such horrid things!
We're doing the Taldori house rules too.
The talisman, or like the heirloom.
Oh, I had that. I give it to Harlock.
Are you pulling out the talisman to show?
Are you going to explain what happened, or am I going to explain what happens?
Oh, I just give it to him. You can explain it.
What a dick.
Well, like you asked, we made it to the camp. Unfortunately, when we got there, it seems like most of the workers there have been stolen. That sounds weird, but these creatures that live underground...
It would appear that nature itself overtook the camp.
It took a turn for the worst. The one creature that was still there when we made it to the camp, your brother helped us fight. Unfortunately, I was not able to save him, and for that I am sorry. And I give you Resmer's blessing for both you and your family.
I see.
I'm sorry.
It's not much, but we buried him and gave him a proper funeral of the light.
He nods. He was a good man.
He was brave.
He was really brave.
Arvin looks down.
He had a really nice beard.
It's a family tradition. Well, I appreciate the information, and I'm happy to see the 5 of you have made it back safely. It would seem that I will need to investigate this logging camp and take a force up there to collect what we can, and it seems like week by week the walls close in. We are stuck in this town.
At the very least, you can take pride that he was not sucked
If
dry.
I can ask, and I'll explain like what the Onkeg was. Like, are these creatures normal to be found around here?
By the Brimeye Timbers, there's a group of, you could call them druids, but they're a little over the top. They summon beasts and are very inhospitable, let's say. They make sure that nothing gets close to the forest. They push everything back. And we need supplies, we need wood. But they are zealots in their ways, and any sort of civilization drives them to rage.
Followers of Therial usually are fairly zealous.
Yeah, I know my brother was looking for ways to reach out to them and try to find peace, but it would seem that it was unsuccessful. I told him to stay away, but yeah, what has happened, and maybe I should just keep away from there.
I apologize for those that are blind in their ways of following nature, as nature must be protected. But Therial is a bit extreme.
Are you saying that those people in the woods summoned the monster that killed your brother?
They've been known to take drastic causes and not only summon beasts, but mutate beasts and change them and unleash them upon anything that passes by.
To
There
change
was a monster.
that doesn't sound like.
I think we should go talk to them.
I agree.
It's not good. People don't do that. Good people don't do that.
I don't think we'll make it far enough into the forest to even talk to them before death.
Well, we have to do something. They're just gonna kill more people.
We weren't even in the forest, and that almost killed 2 of us.
Yes, I know.
We'll
While
have
everyone's
to-
discussing this, I pulled out a piece of paper and I started writing some stuff.
We'll have to perhaps find some more reasonable, maybe other druids like myself, before we venture back into that place.
Did you show him the dagger? The totem?
Yeah.
This is a symbol of Therial. Made from the antler itself. You love Therial, Z. Raining frogs!
Therial's boss.
Just
Therial
because
is important, but he is extreme.
I find any deity under this fog is twisted. The shadow looms over all of us.
Well, how do we deal with them?
You stay away.
No, we can't stay away. They killed your brother.
Perhaps a little light from Amara, or perhaps Luna Wind will help heal.
He reaches on the table and he pulls out a small sack and he puts down 100 gold in front of the 5 of you. This information is worth more than I could imagine. Or I'm afraid if you weren't there, I would never have known he died. And we might have went north and walked into a trap ourselves. So here's your payment. To be divided how you wish.
I guess we split it evenly.
Yeah,
That's fine with
I
me.
think it's my part. I have.
Would you all like some food?
It's 20 gold apiece. 100, yeah.
I pass on the food.
A warm meal would be nice, yes.
Yes, please.
So Harvin walks into the back and he shouts into the door. Somewhat somber. You can hear the pain in his voice, though he's trying to be like stalwart. He says, "Time to serve the porridge for my Lucan, Nikan, and Yuska, my 3 friends here." And then Baron says, "Make it 4. I'm starving. I want my usual bowl, please. And Harvard looks over and Baron closes the door. And he walks back towards the five of you.
Ekenik smiles at Harvin when he called them friends. A little sad in her sadness in her eyes, but still.
What will the five of you do? Will you be staying in Nova Vasi?
Well,
Well, there is that Museum of the Below. I wouldn't mind seeing that before we leave town.
Well, considering how dangerous this land is, Eek, would you want to stay with these 3 others for the time being? At least until we figure out why I am up here?
you're talking to?
Eek.
Oh, I thought you said Z.
No.
I was like, that's weird.
No, that is a question
Yeah,
from
it's
Eric
very
to
Z.
Owl.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said?
Considering how dangerous it is up here, what would you say about traveling with our new friends? At least until I figure out why I'm up here.
Well, we're up here together. So, but I think we can't traverse this place alone. So we should ask them to travel with us.
Camille lays porridge in front of the 3 of you.
Thank you.
She walks over to Baron. You can see Baron's bowl is twice the size of your bowls, and she puts it down in front of him. He looks over at the 3 of you. Ha ha! And he starts to just. And she walks back into the kitchen.
In my head, I kind of like say to myself, I hope my silver's not what paid for that.
Where is the notice board handout?
It's on the corner here.
I mean, on our, is it in our journal?
No, I can switch it over quick.
Oh, okay.
Andy Milanakas 82, thank you for the follow.
Is that my Andy that I know? I don't think it is. It might be. Probably not.
Notice board. So the supplies for Tibor is gone. So this one is gone.
Guys, we should go here. Right there. That should be next.
Theater Infernalis?
Mm,
That's what I was thinking too, but I didn't write it down in my notes.
nothing's wrong with getting a nice little view of the Museum of the Below.
Theater Infernalis.
I'm down for that. Do you guys want to go?
I've never been to a theater before. It is my Andy! Hi, Andy!
So as you as you are looking at the board, you hear. You look over and you see Bjarn holding his neck, and his face falls into the porridge. And the man next to him pops up and looks over at him. Baron, Baron, Baron. And he pulls Baron out of the porridge, and Baron just leans back. The crowd stands up and starts to gather around Baron. Everyone around the tables.
I stopped eating my porridge at that.
Super shocked.
I'm gonna just throw a healing word at him.
It hits, but hits a dead body. Baron. It's gone. The inn is silent, and you see everyone's eyes are darting around at each other. Then Harvin rushes over. Baron! Baron! His body starts to turn this like light blue.
While that's happening, I'd like to make a stealth to try to get into the back room.
Okay.
Fucking Rose.
Give me a stealth check.
While Sylvia is doing that, I'm gonna rush over and I'm gonna do a medicine check to see if it's
can I?
anything but the porridge that killed him.
Okay. 17.
Can I make a medicine as well? Because I'm gonna investigate. I want to like just see like what
Sure.
type of poison, or if that's what it was that killed him.
You got it. So as you rush to the back, Sylvia, Tamil also comes running out, and you're able to slide past the hound.
Oh, she comes running out as I'm going in?
Yeah. Here in the ruckus, she comes out, and then as she comes out, if you want to sneak back there, you could.
Well, I was gonna go back there to talk to her, so...
Oh, okay. You want to catch her like as she's coming out the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you rush up to Tamil, and then Yiska and Lucan, you guys rush over to Byron. With a 16 and a 7. With a 7, it's definitely some type of poison. With a 16, his body is blue, and as you look at the bowl smells different than your bowl. The bowl has this very floral smell that comes off of it. It's definitely some sort of poison that he's
Someone poisoned
ingested.
his food. His food has some form of scent to it that's not like the rest of them. Who made this? Was it Tamil?
And as you look over, you see Sylvia has grabbed Tamil by the arm as she's coming out of the door.
Yeah, I asked Tamil if she's the one who did this.
I prepare all the food, but the food is delicious and I stand by what I make.
I'm gonna insight to see if she's lying.
Okay. She seems very stern and kind of abashed that you would even say that to her. She thinks she's an excellent cook. How dare you newcomers speak ill of her food. I cook the food. Ulla placed the food. Harvin serves the food. He comes in here every day for a bowl of porridge. It was not me.
Sorry,
Where's
you
Ula?
say Ula plates the food?
I cook the food. Ulla placed the food. Harvin serves the food.
Where's Ula now?
I'm not
Well,
Ulla's
Ula
keeper.
wasn't the one who fed him.
Seeing this, Harvin stops everyone. All of you out now. And then people start to stand up. I said get out. And they start
Ekening stands up to leave.
to file out the door. He points at you. Not you, Ekening, sit.
I'd like to do investigation in the back room to see if there's any other ways out.
Sure. Giles, you sit too. And the man sitting next to Bjorn sits down.
Mm.
So looking in this back room, there are two doors, one to the left and to the right. And the back two are windows. The one to the left goes into the barn, and the one to the right opens up into like a back alley.
Do I notice if either one's been used recently? Or do you want a perception for that?
With 14, it seems to be a pretty high traffic place with a 14, so it's... None of the doors are like ajar in a way that would make you think of it. None of the windows are open.
I'm gonna run out into the alley to see if I can see him.
Hey, make perception.
Ekening would go over to where the people are looking at the porridge bowl and ask what poisoned him.
Do you smell that? From his bowl? Some form of poison. It leaves off a scent. I'm surprised he didn't notice it himself.
And does she smell
He
it?
eats it every day.
For you, it's really faint compared to what Luke can smell, but you can smell like a slight floral. Sylvia, as you bust into the alley and look around with a 5, nothing really jumps out at you. Just some cobblestone street.
Do I recognize the floral scent as being a certain type of plant?
Make a nature check. The 17, even with such a high roll, it's been so diluted by spices and other stuff that it's tough to make out just exactly what type of flower it is. It does have a
She would
strange smell to it though.
take the bowl if no one stops her. And she would walk all the way over to the hound if he's still there. She's like, can you help me track this smell? It's a flower. I don't, or maybe it's just a plant, but I can't really identify it very well. And she'd like hold it up, but don't eat it. It's poison.
Seeing what Ikinika's doing, I would follow behind her and repeat what she's telling the dog and Sylvan.
When you guys walk away, Guile stands up. He was the human that was next to Baron. Where are you going with the evidence? Was it you that poisoned him, newcomers?
No, we didn't even touch his food. What kind of question is that? We're talking to the dog.
Are you against the rebellion? You walk with Sanguis. You knew he was our leader.
What?
It was you, wasn't it?
As he says that, I walk back in.
He looks, Giles looks at Silas. It was you. Of course it was you.
I was at the bar
No
this
way it
entire
was
time.
him.
Arvin puts his hands out.
The-
Hold on. Let's just relax here. Think this through. Giles, sit. You can see Harvin has some weight here, and Giles sits down. The hound replies back in Sylvan to Yuska. That smell is awful. I will not taste it.
No. We need to know where there's a floral scent. If you can sniff it out, distinguish it. We don't need you to try it at all.
Make it a persuasion. Persuade the blink dog.
Oh no. Oh no.
Does he get an advantage because I'm cute?
I don't think that's gonna help anyway.
I don't know if you can understand.
Oh.
So
Randy, watch the dog die.
oh, God.
The hound lifts his nose in the air and smells, and he walks into the kitchen.
Ikanik would fall.
He-
Definitely falling.
He walks into the stables.
We're gonna go see Vincent.
Dang it, I went the wrong way.
I would leave the bowl for whatever evidence that they need.
Mm.
Following the hound.
Ikanik's holding it.
4 steps into the stables, next to a pile of hay, there's a small glass vial, and the hound sniffs it and then looks at Yuska.
Thanks.
I'm gonna follow them as well.
I'm gonna stay in the tavern to make sure Giles doesn't do anything extreme.
Thanks, friend. What can I do to repay you? And I'll grab whatever he's sniffing at.
So you pick up a small glass vial. You can smell, as you pick it up, you can smell the floral coming off of it, but it's empty. The hound leans his head forward. Scratches.
And I'll, pet him.
Oh, can I do that too? Can you ask him if I can do that too?
Can she give you scratches as well? I say in Sylvan.
He puts his butt towards you.
I'll not eat.
Feather fingers.
Scratches. He makes his way back into the room because he wants to see Harvin.
So it's just a broken vial?
It's not broken. It's like just a small glass vial, like a small apothecary vial. And there's no latch at the top. It's just an empty vial, but there's no liquid in it. You can just smell the floral coming from the inside.
We have the evidence.
I will grab it and I'll bring it inside.
Ikanik would follow. Oh, it's a lot.
As you
I
walk
think
in,
you're-
go ahead.
I'll walk over to Harvin and I'll hand him the vial and I'll be like, I think your halfling friend may have been the culprit.
Ula? She's a sweetheart. She would never do this.
No, I didn't see her back there. And I think this was used to deliver the poison.
Giles shouts at Harvin. Baron was more than my leader. He was my friend, and I will not leave here until we find out who did this.
That still doesn't make sense. It couldn't have been just her. It was mixed in. It wasn't just placed on top, or else he would have smelt it. Whoever got in there was able to mix it in such a way that he would not have noticed.
So Mill says, I agreed. Orla would never touch my food. She knows what would happen to her. She slams a wooden spoon on the table. Whoosh. So Harvin looks at the five of you. Well, would you like a second job?
At that, Ikanik would stand up onto the chair, smack her little feather hands down onto the table, stare at Giles, and she said, "Did you do it? Did you poison your friend?"
Make an intimidation check.
I don't think she's very
I feel
intimidating.
like I should be at disadvantage.
Sure.
She's a
Disadvantage. Disadvantage for intimidation.
It's a -1. I think that's enough of disadvantage.
That was deception, not intimidation.
That
Oh,
is
I'm so
deception.
sorry. It's the same thing. It's
Same-
the
same roll.
-1. So
Fair enough.
Giles looks Ikanik in the eye. You will find who did this to my friend. He points at Sylvia. He liked you. And I know you liked him back. I know you're here for some sort of reason. Well, here is our rebellion. Here's the leader of the rebellion, and he's gone. Whatever reason you came here for means nothing now, unless you find out who did this.
Don't worry. We'll find out who did this.
what's the rebellion?
And Eek, I think we found the vial that didn't belong to Giles. So I don't
Are we
see
sure about
why.
that? Do
I
we know
mean-
it's not his? Did we ask him, Giles? Is this your vial of?
Well, we did find it outside, and he is inside, so that doesn't make sense to me.
I just yep. It's not very sensible.
And I'll lean in a little closer and just whisper, "But we won't rule him out."
Okay.
Harvin looks at the five of you. We cannot speak of this to the guard. Tell no sanguis, or they will be breathing down our neck. We must
We're
handle
not
this.
allowed to look at the guards.
Perfect. We need to handle this internally and quietly amongst ourselves. I will keep his body in the freezer for now. We'll find a way to bury him when the sanguis aren't watching. They keep a tight count on the population.
Why?
So they can tax us,
Oh,
take our friends to be marched, to be bled dry. I will keep him. He has a cart out back. Maybe Giles could let you in there. But if this is something that you all wish to do, it will take some sleuthing. He walks away then. 2 friends in 1 day. He walks over to Tamil.
wait. Who is the other friend? Oh,
His
His brother?
his brother.
well, it would seem that we're tied into another job, I guess.
Yes, I should figure out who did this.
We have to bring the bad guys to justice.
Bad guys must always be brought to justice.
Yes.
Make a wisdom saving throw. I'm just kidding.
Maw wants you to feast upon
Feast
justice.
on Baron. So as Baron lays poisoned, and you guys uncovered a clue to start, that's where we can end it for tonight. It's a little after 10. So before we go, remember Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern on Twitch, we have a like a little state of Erenel. We're going to unveil the top Erenel player characters of 2019. The top 5 that win the vote will be made into some commissioned artwork that everyone will be able to download and use as they wish. And then we're going to have a one-shot announcement. There's going to be a new one-shot right in January. For anyone in the Twitch chat that likes to play D&D and you want to try to get into the one-shot, hop in our Discord. And once we have the announcement up, you can try to jump in and play. We play in Roll20. For everyone, thanks for watching. This is episode 2 of Rise of Harlock. Give a shout out to our players. Shout out to Rizzo for the 5 sub bomb. Shout out to the dog.
Don't vote for Ding Bang. Don't vote for Ding Bang.
Ding Bang.
Plenty of other better characters like Rasrika, but
Yeah. anything that sounds,
Rostrika.
anything that has RAS in it, no. One of the two. Just no.
So hey, thanks for watching tonight. If you haven't followed, make sure you follow. If you want to catch up on other campaign episodes, we play Mondays and Saturdays. You can watch episodes on our YouTube channel and below. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
See you.
Bye.
Peace.
See you.
But